Will Atkinson. I'll be bringing the play-by-play, and I'll be joined by Rob Pearson, who'll be breaking everything down this afternoon as the Tigers play host to the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Rob, what a great afternoon for Tiger football.
Isn't it great to be home? Well, I mean, being on the road ain't bad, by the way, when you won 8 straight on the road. It's great to be back home for sure, and to get the home fans, and you hear the golden tones of Jason Gardner. It just doesn't really get much better than that.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Last week's contest, Rob, saw the Tigers travel the miles and a very stingy defense that yielded just 161 yards of total offense, blanking the Golden Bears with a West Alabama win 31-0. And, you know, the defense was awesome, but offensively the Tigers, man, they were able to roll up 590 yards on 80 plays from scrimmage. Tucker Melton on his way to GSC Offensive Player of the Week honors. He went 22 of 39. He threw for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. And man, he hooked up with 10 different receivers in that 31-0 victory.
He's more and more comfortable. Will back there, you're seeing a guy here who his ceiling. I mentioned on Twitter earlier this week. I feel like his ceiling is way up there. Because he had a game where he went 400 yards passing on 22 completions, 39 attempts. But it could have been so much better. And he's not finding just one receiver. He found 10. I mean, it was really amazing what he was able to do, because, as we've seen over the course of time, people have been keying on Darius Knowles, who has put up a lot of good stats for these Tigers, but John Hilbert and Gee Pollard, I mean, and you got to factor in tight end Owen Harper, are sort of, he's throwing it all over the field, and then he'll throw it to back in the backfield, and he doesn't care who he throws it to.
No, you're exactly right, and you talk about Hilbert and Pollard. Last week they each had 6 catches. Hilbert, 6 catches, 146. He had 2 scores and 2 big plays. I mean, he had 1 for 50 and 1 for 69. And as you mentioned, Pollard, he had 89 yards and a touchdown. Silas Thompson had 2 catches. Caleb Bass, 3 out of the tight end position. And then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different guys that were able to get completions, that being Pickens, Benyon, Bailey, Nelson, Webb, and Harper. I mean, it's a very potent offense when the offense is clicking for sure.
And they had spurts when they really clicked. They had some spurts when they didn't click. And I know that this is the final tune-up. It's a big game against the in-state rival Tuskegee, and certainly want to. They very much respect the opponent they're playing tonight, and I know Brett Gilliland will tell you in his pregame conversation. But Gulf South Conference play is coming, and this is the final chance we have to sort of iron out all the things we got to iron out on offense. To think that they put up over 500 yards of offense, and we're still talking about things that could be ironed out, I think is very exciting, to be honest.
Exciting to say the least. And, with this Tuskegee team coming in, they played Fort Valley State in the season opener. They lost that one 21-6. They played that one over in Montgomery in the Crampton Bowl. And then they went to Hampton, lost that one 42-10 in that second game of the year. And this is a team that, 8-3 all-time. West Alabama holds the series lead, and that dates all the way back to 1975. West Alabama's won the last 2 meetings in 19 and 21. And, I think it's an afternoon, Rob, where if West Alabama comes out and does the things that they need to do, a very winnable game, and as you mentioned, getting ready to go into Gulf South Conference play.
This is not the best Tuskegee team that we have seen, based on what I've seen on film and Will, and just obviously the way they performed so far in 2 games. It's just 2 games, but so far it doesn't seem to be the best Tuskegee team that we have seen in the past, and it's as if maybe they really haven't bounced back from the COVID year, just for kind of rebuilding the roster the way they feel like they need to. Coach Reginald Ruffin, who is actually has ties to this area. He was once a coach at Choctaw County High School, as a matter of fact. Is leading this team again, and this is his first season at Tuskegee, but has a 65-44 overall record. So he knows how to get it done. And I'm sure he would tell you this is probably not, they're not back, but still, you've got to do, it's about and I'm sure Coach G will talk about this, it's about what we do. Defensively, and you kind of touched on it, defensively we're able to stay doing what we do, and offensively we continue to improve, continue to distribute the ball around, continue to develop that running game. It should be a good day for West Alabama.
Yeah, absolutely. You talk about some defensive guys that, help lead this Tiger defense. Trayvon Stanford, he leads the way with 11 total tackles, a tackle and a half for loss, and he's got a half of a sack. Another guy that we continue to call out week after week, Michael Anderson, Lamar Gray, Shamar Lewis, all those guys playing big factors in the defensive scheme of things for West Alabama. And, you talk about Coach Ruffin for Tuskegee. It's his 11th year overall. He spent 10 years at Miles. So, we've seen him, and, they'll make those adjustments once he gets settled in at Tuskegee. But I'm excited about what we're doing here at West Alabama. I mean, Coach G comes in today, feeling pretty good after a nice defensive stand last week at Miles and an opportunity finally to play at home.
I haven't had a chance to talk to Coach Steve Cecil yet, but I really, and I hate that because I really have some things I want to ask him. One is, where do you think you can improve? Because my goodness, the defense has really played well. In the first game, there was a couple of lapses here, especially toward the end, when offense really kind of put the defense in some bad positions. But Trayvon Stanford was a problem last week for Miles. They never really had an answer for him. And then Michael Anderson would always, he's living in the offensive backfield, and you get those guys playing like that way from the back end, was defending well. Players like Shamar Lewis and D. Mays and Kel Williams, and they're playing their position so well that it's fun to watch on defense.
And it is fun, and we can list them all off. I mean, another guy on the defensive side, Trevante Carter, he leads the team in sacks. He's got 2.5. I mean, he's disrupting a lot of things right there. But all in all, 2 games in, I think West Alabama's looking pretty strong, and an opportunity today to maybe flex a little bit here at home in front of the Tiger faithful.
Well, that's the key, right? I mean, you got to hold court at home, and it starts tonight, and I think a good crowd's going to come. This is a perfect afternoon for Tiger football, and kind of wanting to see what's the latest things that are going on campus. Kind of look at the construction that's going on here in the press box, or behind us with the Tiger rooms and all that stuff, and then check out the football team for the first time, because you've heard about them. Now you get to see them.
Absolutely.
And they're everything we've told you they are.
and they're a fun group to watch.
Yep.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll see if we can get the interview with Coach Brett Gilliland. This is your station for Tiger Football Slide, 104.9.
At the University of West Alabama, we want to help you find your something. We offer nearly 60 undergraduate programs in several areas of study, including education, natural sciences, nursing, business, technology, and more. Find your home at one of the safest college campuses in the nation and make lifelong friends through Greek life or student clubs and organizations. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of UWA's generous transfer credit policy and competitive tuition. Get started at UWAradio.com. That's UWAradio.com.
Livingston Auto Parts has been family-owned and operated for over 40 years in downtown Livingston. They've been serving the surrounding area, all the hydraulic hoses, batteries, spark plugs, oil, and belts that keep your vehicle and farm equipment going. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 7 a.m. to noon. Hey, if they don't stock it, it probably doesn't exist, but I'm sure they can order it for you. Livingston Auto Parts.
Do you need a new vehicle today, or are you trying to keep your current vehicle running smoothly for a few more months? Hey folks, Lee Allen for Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. No matter if you're in the market now or later, we're here for you. We have a lot full of inventory packed with cars, trucks, and SUVs. When you're ready, we have what you need at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian. Remember, when you're ready, we're ready. Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
At Sumter Insurance, we have the best insurance products and the most experienced staff. Come see us today.
Be a part of Nahiola Credit Union's winning team. Nahiola Credit Union has been providing winning service for over 60 years and want you to be a part of our continuing success. We offer all types of financial services from personal and business checking accounts with no monthly service fees to low interest rate loan products. Nahiola Credit Union has been providing winning service for over 60 years. Come by and give us a chance to show you the credit union difference. NCUA insured, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. We're about 20 minutes away from kickoff. I had the opportunity earlier to get in touch with Coach Brett Gilliland, and we're going to be able to hear some thoughts on today's matchup from Coach G.
Brett Gilliland, as we get ready to take on Tuskegee in the third game of the season. And Coach, I appreciate you once again taking some time to meet with us. We're coming off of a win at Miles College. We're starting the season 2-0, back-to-back road wins. And talk to us a little bit about how it feels to finally be at home here at Tiger Stadium.
Well, it feels great. You know, anytime we get to play at home, obviously logistically on our staff and our players is a lot easier. And we've spent a lot of off-season and summer and preseason, you know, talking about what it means to play at home and the pride that we have to take in playing in Tiger Stadium. So, you know, it's the first time we'll get to play here after a whole bunch of emphasis being added to playing really well at home. So I'm excited to see our guys do it.
Well, you know, we've been really strong on the road. We've got an 8-game win streak on the road, and you know, last week your defense pitched a shutout against Miles, winning 31-0. Tell us a little bit about that defensive performance that allowed just 161 yards of total offense for the Bears.
Well, you know, guys were just doing their job for the most part, and you know, we had several negative yardage plays, some in the pass game, some in the run game. Oddly enough, we left a lot of what could have been big plays out there. You know, so there's a lot of room to improve on that performance. But, you know, I just like the physicality that our defense, you know, brought last week. That was a strong point because Miles had a really physical game the week before, you know, so we wanted to see, you know, how they would hold up against, you know, two physical defenses in a row. And just the mindset that our guys came out with. They wanted to improve on things that we hit on from week one, and we showed some strong improvements.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, it was exciting to watch, and, you know, the defense, they've kept teams from scoring touchdowns in the red zone this season, 3 trips inside the 20, and only a field goal to boot. So, you know, your guys are really getting in there and getting after it. And, you know, I spoke a lot about the defense when I ran into folks this week, and, you know, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention the offense. I mean, the guys rolled up 590 yards of total offense. John Hilbert, he had a big day. He had 6 catches for $146 and 2 scores. And Tucker Melton, named GSC Offensive Player of the Week, 22 of 39 for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. I mean, what can you share about these guys and the others who are, you know, really working well and making this offense click?
Well, I thought, you know, last week it really felt like for the first time there late in the first quarter through the second quarter that we got into an offensive rhythm, you know, and we really felt like everybody had kind of settled down and just started playing together better. And that's just something that's going to come with time. We got a lot of new guys that never played together. Obviously, Tucker and John are new guys to UWA. And, you know, but we got a ton of new guys out there, especially on that side of the ball. So it just takes time to get to playing together and getting in a rhythm and in sync all in one. And you saw that early. We still weren't, you know, we missed some throws and then had some drops. And then finally we got a rhythm going and started piling up some yards. Anytime you have big plays like we had in the past game, you're going to add to the yardage in the stat line, obviously. So being an explosive offense is what we talk a lot about and what we want to be about. And so it was good to see that starting.
Well, that explosive offense, I mean, you nailed it. It's really fun to watch. You know, we've had 33 straight games where, you know, we've passed for at least 100 yards and you know, you start talking about Hilbert making 2 big plays. I mean, in his 146 yards, he had a 50-yard touchdown, and I think it was a 69-yard touchdown. So definitely explosive. But as we move into the matchup with Tuskegee, 8-3 all-time against them, dating all the way back to 1975. What can we expect out of Tuskegee, and what do we got to do to get a big win at home this week?
Well, Well, Coach Ruffin does a great job. It's his first year there at Tuskegee, coming over from Miles, and he's the head coach and the athletic director. And he and his staff do a phenomenal job just getting teams prepared, but also just getting teams to play with a very physical nature. And it takes time, anytime you're coming in and trying to change some things in a program to get them into what you want to do and expect. So you kind of seen that over the first 2 weeks, but what I expect is a very physical, tough team to come in here and play, and they'll be well coached, and they'll have a lot of athletes running around on the field, and we got to do a really good job of doing our 1/11th and doing our job and making sure that every play we reset and play the best play we can. But it's going to be a good opponent, and there's going to be I hope they bring a lot of fans. I think they will. There's a lot of commonalities between our two programs, and it's the other, Division II team in the state, with us and Miles and them being the only three left. And so I think it's a good rivalry. I think they enjoy coming over here and bringing their band and playing. And so looking for a good atmosphere with a good opponent.
Well, I'm looking forward to that as well. I remember going over there last year. It was really odd being at Tuskegee last year with basically no fans in the stands due to the COVID protocols and whatnot. And I know it'll be a lot different, here today as we have the host of, not only our fans, but maybe some visiting fans as well. From a player's perspective, what's the feeling coming into this first home game?
Well, the biggest thing we have to do is we have to manage the expectation level. We really just got to manage all the feelings you get, the emotions that come with that, because our guys have to do a good job really, leading up to the game with everything that they do. And so, it can be an emotional and an intense feeling, early on. So our guys just got to do a good job managing that. At the end of the day, it's a 100-yard football field, and we're going to play 11-on-11 on it. And, I think it'll be a good atmosphere and a good game.
One of the things that, we haven't really done this season, we haven't played a 2:00 game. Does that factor in at all as we get ready to, kick it off tomorrow?
Well, it does change our schedule a little bit, for our guys, but it's the time we practice every day too, just shortly after that. So, as far as that part is not, it's just making sure that, they have prepared themselves and do everything they need to do, and don't feel like, there's nothing worse on game day than feeling rushed. You don't want to feel rushed. You want to have everything done and be comfortable with everything ahead of time. So, I think we'll do that.
Awesome. Well, Coach, as always, man, I appreciate your time. Being able to visit with us, it's an exciting time to be able to play in Tiger Stadium in front of our Tiger fans. Any final thoughts on today's matchup as we get ready to take on Tuskegee in front of the home crowd?
Just a beautiful day with two in-state opponents that are going to battle it out. Obviously, a lot of changes going on and renovations still in the stadium that'll be, you can see, and not quite done yet, but an exciting atmosphere and looking for a fun game.
An exciting atmosphere, a fun game. I'm ready for it, Coach. Good luck today as we take on Tuskegee, and I look forward to talking with you after the game and hopefully celebrating a win.
Sounds good. Go Tigers.
It's Coach Brett Gilliland, head coach of the Tigers. We'll take a quick break here on Sly 104.9.
So we're back. That was a great interview, Will, that you do with Coach Gilliland before the game, and he's excited as we are to be back home for sure. So
I tell you, Rob, and it's fun to be able to visit with Coach, about that and to see and feel the excitement that he has, because, that first win when we were on the road, he was glad for the win, but you could tell that he was frustrated. There were things that he wanted to do differently and make some corrections, and they've been able to do that. And as we spoke a little bit earlier, there's a lot of facets of this game that are really starting to click for the Tigers, and defensively they've done well, and special teams has done well in these first couple of games. Throughout the Gulf South Conference, the following teams are 2-0. Those teams include West Georgia, West Florida, your Tigers, Shorter, and Delta State. Mississippi College and Valdosta State are 1-1, and North Greenville is winless, 0-2. This afternoon, Shorter will play host to Albany State. Mississippi College will host North Greenville. Mississippi Valley State will host Delta State, and Miles College will host the Blazers of Valdosta State. It was a busy week last week. Shorter picked up a win, 34-21 over Catawba. Mississippi College 26-8 over Kaiser. Delta State bested McKendree 58-34. It's kind of a surprise final last week. Valdosta fell to Virginia Union 45-40. West Georgia blanked Morehouse 42-0. West Florida got the best of Southwest Baptist 49-10. And North Greenville fell to Newberry 29-22. And, we're a week away from the Gulf South Conference slate getting started, Rob. And, I mean, that's where it all matters.
Well, it does. And then our first game is going to come here at home against West Georgia next week. And West Georgia's only ranked eighth in America. So, the Tigers have a chance to make a statement early. But obviously after today, we got to worry about Tuskegee today. But when you get into the Gulf South Conference, that's kind of what you run into. West Georgia and West Florida both ranked in the top 10. Valdosta, by virtue of that loss, now ranked 15th.
Yeah.
Only 15th. So, you're just kind of going to get that. Yeah, the Valdosta loss was a little surprising, I guess, because we just kind of expect Valdosta to win out of region games or out of conference games. But you got to show up, play them all, and they lost 45-40, as you said, to Team Virginia Union. They gave up 350 yards rushing, which was really surprising. You don't see Valdosta teams give up that many yards,
right?
Typically, so. You just you don't know what you're going to get, obviously, and so again, Tigers today are worrying about the Tigers, and they're going to worry about getting on with Tuskegee here today and getting ready for Gulf South Conference play. But in looking around, 5 2-0 teams, clearly the conference continues to do well against competition that's out of conference, and that's good to see. So, we kind of like that.
Well, West Alabama, dating back to 2017, they've won 5 straight against in-state opponents. They bested Miles twice, Tuskegee twice, and North Alabama. So this would give the opportunity for West Alabama to extend that win streak against in-state foes. And, you start looking at some of the other teams that we've played. I mean, we talked about Morehouse. We led off with them, and since we've played them, they have played West Georgia, and they were playing Valdosta State today. I'm sorry, it's not Valdosta State. Valdosta's got Miles.
Miles, that's right. It was West Georgia played at Morehouse.
That's right.
Yeah, and handled them pretty easily. So, yeah, we'll worry about that next week.
Yeah, West Georgia's had a pretty stingy defense. They've only allowed 7 points this year, and we'll see them next week. But we're about 7-8 minutes away from the kickoff here in Tiger Stadium. We'll take a quick break on your Tiger Station, Sly 104.9.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the only thing worse than having a broken down vehicle is having to pay an arm and a leg to have it repaired. Well, at York Automotive, they not only have the parts you need, but they have a certified mechanic on staff as well. They lead the area in standard 5-quart oil change prices at only $39.95. York Automotive Supply has everything you need for maintenance, like belts, hoses, tires, and antifreeze. Get the best service and save the most money at York Automotive Supply, 302 South Broad Street, York, Alabama.
When's the last time you've been to the Aloha Hawaiian Grill? They've got a few new things that I think you should try. How about the Polynesian barbecue sandwich? Or what about the Hawaiian wrap with grilled chicken, steak, filled with sticky rice, aloha sauce, lettuce, and cheese? My go-to is always the IE Tuna Poke Bowl. Come check out the Aloha Grill, Highway 80, Demopolis, Alabama.
In today's world, it's nice to know who you're spending your money with. That's why at GoCo's Exxon stores in Butler, Gilbertown, Silas, Coffeyville, Millry, Chatham, and Sweetwater, they are proud to be American-owned and operated. Stop into one of their stores today for a hot stuffed pizza, for real milkshake, ice cold drinks, snacks. They got everything. They even carry hunting and fishing supplies in most of their stores. Thanks for shopping local with your area GoCos.
If you are responsible for taking care of someone who is nearing the end of life, let us help you. Legacy Hospice can bring services to your home or to a nursing facility to care for your loved one. For more information, call our office at 1-800-580-8479. Legacy Hospice serves 8 counties in the West Alabama area.
Vet
king-cut ribeye at Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's in Livingston just makes my mouth water thinking about it. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's is the South's last old-fashioned steakhouse. They cook them the old-fashioned way. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's open Thursdays and Fridays for lunch from 11 to 1:30. And if you want that famous steak, it's served Wednesday through Saturday, 4:30 to 9:30. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's off I-59 and 20, exit 17, Highway 28 West in Livingston, Alabama. Check out Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's on Facebook.
Jack's all about the South.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. We're about 5 minutes away from kickoff here for the home opener of the 2022 season. West Alabama coming in with a record of 2-0. They'll play host to the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Now, Tuskegee, 165 miles door to door, about just shy of 3 hours. And Tuskegee was founded back on July 4, 1881 by Mr. Booker T. Washington. Their colors officially are crimson and old gold. They are members of the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, the SIAC, along with Miles and others. So, Rob, I think we've got an awesome afternoon for Tiger football here inside Tiger Stadium, and the Tiger faithful are continuing to filter their way into the stadium.
They are. It looks like a great crowd coming in, and welcome in Tiger fans all over the world listening in, including those listening in right here from the stadium. I see Brandon Powell brought his radio and got it over his ears down there on the front row, so he'll wave at us here in a minute. But we know that there are people listening all over, and able to actually listen to us on the live stream this week. It's Flow Sports that does the video for the Gulf South Conference.
Yeah, I believe that's Flow Sports. That's a subscription type process there that started in the Gulf South Conference last year. So
very good. So they'll get to listen in as well. So it'll be a lot of fun, and we look forward to bringing it to you. And again, a good crowd, as you said, and the weather's just perfect, but both teams are finally going to make their way on the field when we get started.
First for Tuskegee, number 3, Deontay Edwards.
Looks like West Alabama's captains this afternoon.
Number 99, Terrence Monroe.
Going to see number 99, Terrence Monroe. 66, Delvin Salter. Number 42, that's going to be Hunter Veal. And number 1, Darius Knowles. So they make their way to midfield. Looks like Tuskegee has a lone captain. Looks like number 3, Dante Edwards, as they shake hands prior to the coin toss. Tuskegee's basically going to be decked out in all white. Their unis are going to be trimmed in gold with the crimson headgear. West Alabama will be wearing their home red jerseys. They've got the white numbers, white pants, and red headgear. Officials this afternoon as they coin toss.
Well, there you go. Tuskegee won the toss, elected to receive. They want to take the ball to start this game. Tuskegee has a bit of a quarterback controversy, I believe. They have been starting Ryan Nettles, who is a redshirt sophomore, but then right behind him is Bryson Williams. And last week, frankly, Bryson Williams, the backup, looked a little better than the starter. So I'm looking forward to seeing who they put together. I know that Tuskegee still has been searching offensively for an answer, but hopefully that I'm surprised to see them go ahead and elect to receive today.
Yeah, you're right about that, and it's kind of odd, but in the last couple of weeks we've seen teams that are still trying to figure out their quarterback situation.
Well, we don't have to figure that out here. Tucker Melton's sort of taking control of that thing and has done it really well, and so. But it'll be the Tiger defense that gets on the field first, and one of the nation's leading third down efficiency defenses. I'll find it in a minute, but it is like top 5 in third down efficiencies nationally as this Tiger defense.
Yep, looks like I had that in my notes, but the West Alabama defense.
Second, actually, I just found it. Second nationally third down defense. So one thing this Tiger defense done is gotten off the field, But now, conversely, the offense has been good at picking up third downs for the most part, but certainly looking to improve in that area. But the Tiger defense is going to see the field first, and that is what Tiger fans should be most excited to see as we start this home stretch here.
West Alabama will kick it away. Doing the kicking duties will be number 60. That's Gabe Dunkle, the grad senior from Glendora, California. Dunkle has been a staple for West Alabama over the last couple of seasons. He's done very well.
Set to kick for West Alabama, number 60.
Video board looks great. It had a little welcome to the jumble montage there, and got the fans all fired up. So here we go.
Dunkle with it teed up on his own 35. He made sure that he's got all of his special teams folks in place. He gives them the nod, and he gets ready to kick this one off. Dunkle will put the left foot in it. It'll be end over end. It'll be fielded at the right about a yard deep into the end zone, and smartly Tuskegee will take a knee, and they'll be able to start this one first down and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
First and 10, Tuskegee.
Well, if the May starters on defense, D. May and T.J. Newell starting the defense at the corners of safety for Mark Gray, Shamar Lewis. Your linebackers, Michael Anderson, Bishop Bro, Trayvon Stanford. And on the line, Austin Cosby, Terrence Monroe, Michael Sharpley, and Trayvonte Carter.
It looks like they're going to go with Bryson Williams.
They do.
And that's Edwards.
Shadarian Archie is also getting the start out there as well.
So Edwards hands off. His running back, Dante Edwards, will carry straight up the middle.
Not a big shock to me. Like I said, Bryson Williams is going to get the start instead of who they had listed as starters, Ryan Nettles. Again, I thought that last week Bryson Williams gave Tuskegee the best chance to move the football, so I'm not surprised at all to see him start. I don't think the coaching staff is either.
Williams will bring him out second down and 6. He'll work from his own 29-yard line. He's got Edwards to his left. He puts a man in motion coming here to the near side. Williams snaps, rolls to his left. He wants to throw, and that one will be complete at the 42-yard line. Making the catch will be number 83, Keenan Webb.
And good for a first down at the 42. And Williams was left-handed, so rolling to his left makes a big difference. Tigers had they had a short yardage man, a mid yardage man, and a deep man, and the mid yardage man was the most open. And it was a diving catch, but only a catch the Tuskegee player could have made. First down.
Williams will get a new back in there. That's going to be Chase Sellers, the freshman out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. He's going to have a 2 wide receiver set here, stacked to the near side. Williams barks out the cadence, puts a man in motion. He'll put it into the breadbasket of number 1 right there, and making the tackle in a big-time hurry will be number 4, Michael Anderson. He gets him in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play.
Tuskegee's number 1, Taron Taylor, got the handoff on a jet sweep, and my gosh, Michael Anderson was there to meet him. I mean, he back in the backfield. Clearly Tuskegee hoping to get the corner, but Michael Anderson from middle linebacker position got there in a hurry, and it's amazing how fast he did.
3 wide receiver set for Tuskegee. It'll be second down and 11. Williams in shotgun with Edwards in behind. He puts it in the arms of Edwards, and Edwards finds a hole to the left side. He'll cross the 45, and he'll be wrestled down at the 48-yard line. Nice gain on second down for Tuskegee. And making the play for West Alabama is going to be number 40, Trayvonte Carter.
The Golden Tigers love to run weak side, so you got to be prepared on both sides. They'll attack both sides of the football equally. Big third down here, though, 3rd and 4.
4 wide receivers. Williams in shotgun. He's got Edwards to his right. He wants to hand off. He fakes it. He throws across the middle. He's found a receiver, and that'll be enough for a first down, as the receiver looks to be number 83, Keenan Webb. They get into Tiger territory, first down and 10.
Tigers in man coverage that time, trying to cover all the gaps in the running game on a 3rd and 4. They just went man coverage, and the quarterback really ran an RPO there and decided to throw it and hit the slant pattern for the first down.
Williams in shotgun from the Tiger 45-yard line. He's got Edwards to his left, 3 wide receivers here to the near side. Wants to throw. He's got time across the middle. He's going to hook up with a receiver across the middle. He'll be down at the 22-yard line, making the catch for Tuskegee. He's going to be for 22. Corey Petty, freshman out of Warner Robins, Georgia. So another first down for the Golden Tigers.
Defense seemed a little flat-footed there. They're zone coverage, and I don't know that, again, I think that the Tigers may have underestimated this quarterback a little bit. He showed flashes of this last week, but maybe a little surprised that Tuskegee's coming out so aggressive on offense.
Toro Williams in the backfield. He'll catch it out of the backfield, and he drops that one as Williams brought in a new running back. Brings him to the near side and just falls in and out of the hand, so it'll be second down and 10, 11-12 remaining here in this first quarter.
He had running room too, Will. I mean,
he had lots of running room.
They were straight blocking on this near side, and nobody really went with the running back out of the backfield, and they'll pull him out because they thought they had a big gainer there. Second down.
Williams in the gun. He's got Edwards in the backfield. It's a 3-wide receiver set here, 2 to the near side. He puts his tight end in motion. Williams fakes the handoff, comes to his left. He wants to throw, and that one's just going to be thrown away. Good pressure up front by West Alabama.
Total busted play there. I'm not even sure. Everybody was blocking. The quarterback read pass, and I think he actually snapped it maybe before Tuskegee was ready for it to be snapped. But one thing Tuskegee did there is they lined up the tight end on the right, and they shifted him to the left, and the defense didn't really shift with him. And so they sort of changed the strong side and the weak side, and the defense didn't adjust to that. So we'll see if Tuskegee comes back to that. But it's third down 10 now, and at the 25, so a big stand here to try to hold Tuskegee to a field goal attempt.
Williams in shotgun. He's got Edwards to his left. He rolls to his left. He's wanting to throw. He's got pressure. He's going to just throw that one up for grabs. That one will be on the sideline, and a great pressure up front by West Alabama. That's going to be number 99, Terrence Monroe, as well as Devontae Bryant.
Well, give Devontae Bryant a lot of credit there, Will, because the left-handed quarterback wants to roll left, and Devontae Bryant cut him off and just contained him, and that was I'm sure that was a coaching point between plays. If you just keep him from rolling left, he's way less comfortable in the pocket, and it showed right there.
42-yard attempt from right down the middle of the field. Right-footed Arms Hosick. The snap's good, the hold's good, and that one will be just good enough to get through, and Tuskegee will strike first. 3-0 your score with 10:57 remaining in this first quarter on Sly 104.9.
At Boone's Pharmacy, your community health mart pharmacy, the health of you and your family is the heart of our mission. We go above and beyond to offer the friendly and knowledgeable support you deserve. We make managing your health easier with a variety of personalized services. It's what community is all about. In Demopolis, your community health mart is Boone's Pharmacy. Experience the difference. Boone's Pharmacy, 951 U.S. Highway 80, Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
42-yard field goal, culmination of a 10-play, 50-yard drive that took 4 minutes and 3 seconds off the clock, gives Tuskegee the lead here early on. But West Alabama's offense huddled on the sideline as the special teams unit will get ready to go out there, and then we'll get an opportunity to see Tucker Melton and this very potent West Alabama offense.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I was reflecting on that defensive stand, though. 10-play drive on the opening drive of the game for Tuskegee. Tuskegee's got to feel pretty good about that. They were able to convert a couple of third downs along the way, especially a 3rd and 4 in which the Tigers had given up 6 yards on a second down 10 play on the ground. So, that probably maybe surprised me more than the rest of the plays. But, yeah, they'll prevent. The quarterback is most dangerous when he's rolling to his left. The Tigers seem to have already adjusted to that. And then it's just a matter of getting the secondary to play to their standard as well. So, and then, of course, once you're able to sort of shut down the pass, then you can work on that running game with teams like Tuskegee here. So,
Tuskegee scoring drive, 10 plays, 50 yards, in 4 minutes and 3 seconds.
With the Flow Sports broadcast, we've got the kind of the media situation. Our red hat for the afternoon will be Mr. Troy Maddox, and he's given the sign for all go. Thank you, sir, Mr. Maddox.
Yeah.
Back deep for West Alabama will be number 5, Darius Nelson. as well as number 3, Bry Webb. They're going to stand on, they're about their own 10-yard line. Kicking duties. Let's see who they have here for. It's going to be
number 3, Bry Webb.
Arns Hussick, senior from Jacksonville, Florida. Hussick tees it up. He'll kick it from the 35. He's got all of his players in order. He's happy with that as he steps it off. And he'll put the right foot into it. It's a little squibber right there, almost like an onside type kick.
It was.
It traveled about, what are we talking, 15 yards?
15 yards, yeah, maybe 20. Kicking from the 35, and Dalton Bailey, who has some of the best hands on the team, was able to be right there. I'm not sure what the special teams coach at Tuskegee
I missed that. I don't know.
He convinced Reginald Ruffin they had something.
Like, here we go, we got it.
And but Buddy, it was not there. So the Tigers get good field position to 45.
First down and 10 from the 45. Tucker Melton brings the offense out. It'll be a 4-wide receiver set, 8-ball in the backfield. He's going to hand off to 8-ball. 8-ball wants to go to the left side, and he's got no room. Met by a whole host of Golden Tigers, and 8-ball, if he's lucky, will get back to the original line of scrimmage, but it looks like he'll lose at least 1 yard on the play.
Carried by number 8, Demetrius
Battle. Tuskegee was in the backfield there. They like they knew that play was coming, but certainly going to force Melton into throwing situation here early.
4 wide receivers, Demetrius Battle in the backfield. Tucker Melton, 2nd down and 11. He wants to throw. He's got a man on the far side, and that's going to be number 2, John Hilbert. He comes down with it. Did he stay in bounds? Yes, he did. First down, West Alabama.
Great catch. A back shoulder fade, what it was, sort of a stop and just out jump you, and the throw was perfect. But Hilbert made a great catch.
Beautiful ball right there. It'll be 1st down and 10, West Alabama. Fakes the hand up. No, he gives it to 8-ball, and 8-ball just runs over a man at the line of scrimmage. Battles. Picks up about 5 yards on the play, and it looked like he was going to be taken down at the line of scrimmage, but Demetrius Battle run him over.
Well, it was a flag down here in the defensive secondary at the 18-yard line in the area of like an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, so 2 players are jawing at each other down here. Offensively, Gee Pollard is sort of tied up with Dante Brown, and Dante Brown got something out of Gee Pollard there. He drew an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. I guess Pollard may have took a swung at him or something, but anyway, sort of uncharacteristic of Gee Pollard. Needs to not get goaded into these things by the smaller Dante Brown, but it cost him 15 yards.
2nd down and 22. Whistles abound.
That's going to be another penalty. Now Tuskegee's doing a lot of talking here, and may try to pull the West Alabama Tigers out of their comfort zone a little bit. So far, it's working.
Well, that penalty will put West Alabama on their side of midfield. They'll work from their own 49-yard line. Looks to be 2nd down and University Charter School to go.
Yeah, right.
4 wide receivers set, trips to the far side. Demetrius Battle in the backfield. Tucker Melton wants to throw it. He's got his eye on Gee Pollard. Gee Pollard's got to step on his man, and he's got it at the 20. Gee Pollard with a huge catch. It'll be a 1st down for West Alabama.
So that was a signal sender, right?
That's right.
Hey, those 2 had jawed up, and Gee Pollard looked at the sideline and said, that's on me. And so the team gave him an opportunity to get it back, and he did.
Melton moving fast. He hands off to Demetrius Battle. He hits the hole, and he drags the pile. He'll pick up a couple on the play.
That's one of those you love to see, right? I mean
that's textbook.
These 2 are jawing, and Gee Pollard's the one that gets kind of caught, right?
That's right.
So, and just when you think you got him down, here comes Gee Pollard. That's good competitive spirit right there.
2nd down and 7 from the Tuskegee 13. Melton keeps it. He wants to throw across the middle. He's got John Hilbert coming across the middle. That'll be in and out of the hands of Hilbert.
A flag on the far side.
And another flag, as you said, Rob, right at the numbers on the far side.
I think Tuskegee may have lined up offsides. I don't know what. No, they're going to say there was a false start against the Tigers, maybe illegal formation. It is illegal formation against the Tigers. 5 in the backfield, so I believe Coach Ruffin will take this penalty. It'll still be 2nd down, though. But that's 3 penalties now on this drive. Now that's starting to be a concern. You don't have to overcome penalties.
And that's one of those things, Rob, that we have been fairly clean throughout the first 2 games. But a penalty-ridden drive here. It'll be 2nd down and 12 from the Tuskegee 18. Melton with Battle to his left. He's got 4 wide receivers to choose from. He's going to hand it off to Battle. Battle comes here to the near side, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. He might get a yard.
But a part of it is, I think maybe Tuskegee came into this game and said, well, let's try to talk them out of playing their game plan. And so I think there's a little bit of Tuskegee's gotten in West Alabama's head in this drive a little bit and forced those penalties. But it's a 3rd and 10 here. We're sitting inside the red zone. We need to come out of this with points.
It's an area we've been good all year long, is in the red zone. 8:15 remaining, down 3-0. Tucker Melton, 2 wide receivers here to the near side. He's got John Hilbert to the top side. He wants to throw. He's looking Hilbert's way. Got him across the middle of the end zone and just overthrown, but a lot of pressure.
There is a flag down inside the 5-yard line. I think Gee Pollard was being held at that time, and we'll call his name again. Dante Brown, I believe, was holding Gee Pollard down here, and so the Tigers are going to get bailed out a little bit by just a poor play. It's just like, what I do? Well, if you grab him and pull him down, that's holding.
When the jersey looks like it's trying to come off, that's not legal.
That's not legal. Now, it carries with it an automatic 1st down. It's half the distance to the goal to the 8-yard line. So Tigers sort of, I won't say got bailed out. That's exactly what happened.
2 tight ends in the game for West Alabama. Demetrius Battle, the lone guy in the backfield. Melton fakes the handoff to Battle. He wants to get into the end zone, in and out of the hands of Gee Pollard. He was inside the pylon, and Pollard not able to wrangle it in. It'll bring up 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, he was well covered by Brown over there. So, they're letting those 2 battle a little bit more, I guess.
Hey, if this is
work it out.
If this is what we have in store for the afternoon, I think that's going to be a fun matchup to watch.
They're going to fight so much they're going to leave here best friends.
No doubt.
Before it's over with. But right now they're just being competitive, and that was Brown got the better of Pollard that play.
Pollard here on the numbers to the near side. Hilbert, the numbers on the other side. Hands off to 8-ball. He catches it, crashes up the middle.
Carry by number 8, there's Battle.
They have decided they're not going to let Demetrius Battle run the ball. And Tuskegee gave up 239 yards rushing last week to Hampton. So I'm sure the coaching staff felt like they could come in here and get some yards on the ground, but it's just not happened yet.
I think this is the 9th play of this drive, 7:25. 3rd down and goal for West Alabama. 4 wide receivers. Melton looking to throw. He's got a man in the end zone. That's Caleb Bass in the corner. And that one will fall incomplete as it gets over the head of Caleb Bass.
He just overthrew him. Bass broke out to the corner, the back corner of that end zone. He had 2 steps on his man, and Melton threw it more toward the back of the end zone than the side of the end zone. I think he throws it more toward the side of the end zone than Bass is able to get under and catch it.
Dunkle from 25, right hash, the left-footed Dunkle, 2 of 3 on the year. The hold's good. The kick is up, and that one will get through there. That'll tie it up, folks. 3-3 your score with 7:12 remaining in the first quarter here on Slide 104.9.
At the University of West Alabama, we want to help you find your something. We offer nearly 60 undergraduate programs in several areas of study, including education, natural sciences, nursing, business, technology, and more. Find your home at one of the safest college campuses in the nation and make lifelong friends through Greek life or student clubs and organizations. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of UWA's generous transfer credit policy and competitive tuition. Get started at UWAradio.com. That's UWAradio.com.
Livingston Auto Parts has been family-owned and operated for over 40 years in downtown Livingston. They've been serving the surrounding area, all the hydraulic hoses, batteries, spark plugs, oil, and belts that keep your vehicle and farm equipment going. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 7 a.m. to noon. Hey, if they don't stock it, it probably doesn't exist, but I'm sure they can order it for you. Livingston Auto Parts.
Do you need a new vehicle today, or are you trying to keep your current vehicle running smoothly for a few more months? Hey folks, Lee Allen for Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. No matter if you're in the market now or later, we're here for you. We have a lot full of inventory packed with cars, trucks, and SUVs. When you're ready, we have what you need at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian. Remember, when you're ready, we're ready. Johnson Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram, Meridian.
3-3 your score here in Tiger Stadium. We've got 7:12 remaining in the first quarter. West Alabama was able to cover 47 yards on 10 plays. It took them 3:42, and Gabe Dunkle put 3 on the board. We wanted 7, but we'll take the 3, Rob, as West Alabama's defense will have an opportunity to maybe make a few adjustments that we didn't see in that first series and try to put the screws to this Golden Tigers offense of Tuskegee.
I think the Tuskegee defense came out a little more aggressive than the coaching staff was expecting, especially getting men in the box and taking out the run. So, the coaching staff is now seeing what the game plan is, and Coach Don Bailey and that crew will have an opportunity to address that. And I feel like West Alabama has plenty of weapons to be able to exploit that. But first will be the defense's turn. Certainly following that first drive and understanding now what quarterback you're going to be playing against and what he likes to do. See how the defense responds.
Gabe Dunkle gets ready to kick it off. He'll kick from the 35. He puts the left foot in it. End-over-end kick. That'll be fielded at the 5-yard line. Tuskegee, they'll bring it out across the 10. He works it to the 15, tripped up, dances around, game tackled right there. Leading the way, looked to be a special teams tackle right there by Dalton Bailey.
DeMario Nichols was the first one down there. Kind of slowed him up. But then Trevon Stanford was able to sort of clean him up at the end. So really nice special teams tracking him down at the 15-yard line. Didn't see much from this defensive line in the first series, Will. I expect the defensive line to be a little more assertive this second series.
Williams back out. Got a 4-wide receiver set. He puts one in motion coming here to the near side. He'll hand off to Edwards. He makes a move at the hole. He's got some room. He crosses the 20. And he's wrestled to the ground at the 25-yard line. Michael Anderson in on the stop for West Alabama. But that'll be a first down for the Golden Tigers.
Tigers just missed a gap there. He was able to squirt through, and once he did, got in the third level, made 10 yards.
Williams looks to throw. He wants to go here to the near side. He's got a man open at the hash. He'll be brought down after a short gain. That looks like number 85, Marquez Cowens. Pickup of about 4 on the play as Williams looks to the sideline to get the offensive science. He relays that in. 4 wide receivers stacked here to the near side, 2 to the top side. He puts a man in motion. Edwards in the backfield. He'll hand that off to Edwards, and looked like Edwards had a little bit of room. But there's going to be flags on the play.
That was a nice play by Stephen White to tackle in the backfield. So we'll see. Illegal shift. I kind of expect us to decline this penalty, don't you?
I would think so right there with as quick as he got in there.
Yeah, he's deciding. I believe we're going to decline it. They will take the penalty. Okay, well, in that case, we'll back them up. So it'll still be second down. I thought we maybe would force third and sort of behind the chains a little bit, 3rd and 6, but he wants to rather have 2nd and 11. Can't argue with that.
Stephen White and Jamarvis Turner checking in for West Alabama. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Williams in shotgun. 4 wide receivers. He's got 3 to the top side, 1 here to the near side at the number. Snaps. Williams looking to throw pressure by West Alabama. He's flushed out of the pocket. He'll keep it. And he'll be met after about a 5-yard gain, maybe 6. He had some room, and Williams was able to use his legs for positive yardage.
Yeah, create 3rd and 4. He has good legs. So the Tigers just got to keep him from doing what he likes to do. The Tigers really have experimented personnel-wise with their defense in this game. A lot of, like Jaden Tuck is playing outside linebacker right now. We've seen a lot of Shadarian Archie already early in this game. Anyway, it's a big 3rd and 4 here.
3rd and 4. Fakes the handoff. He wants to throw across the middle. He's got a man coming across, and he'll be able to hook up completed pass to Keenan Webb. That'll be another Golden Tiger first down. Webb, he's been a guy, kind of a favorite target. Third catch of the afternoon for Webb.
It was a good throw.
Williams hands off to Edwards, stutter step at the line. He'll pick up a couple.
when they're able to make 5 yards running the ball up the middle on first down, though, the defense is going to have a long day.
Gain of 5 on the play, 2nd down and 5 from the 44.
But this quarterback now has presented himself as a triple threat. He can hand that ball off on an option and gain yards, or he could run it and gain yards, or he can throw it and gain yards. So Tigers going to have to figure out a way to keep him hemmed up.
2nd down and 5 from the 44. Williams in shotgun. He drops back to pass. The left, he's going to a little screen pass out to number 1 at the numbers. He's got a little bit of room. On the catch is going to be Toro Taylor. He'll take it out to midfield. He'll get another first down for Tuskegee.
Screen pass had good blocking in front of him. Picked up to 7 yards and the first down right at midfield. Yeah. Tigers defense are being tested more than we expected them to be here, so shame on us.
Taylor will be the running back to Williams' right. Like a hard count. Williams steps back. He looks to the sideline to get the offensive side. He's got what he likes. 4 wide receiver set here, split to the near side. Williams looks to throw, fakes it, wants to go deep. He's got a man one-on-one with D. Mays, and that one will be overthrown.
Williams' pass falls incomplete.
D. Mays is not the one to try that on. They tried to fake the hitch and then send him downfield. D. Mays was right there with him step for step in phase, and now Mays is going to get a quick break. Going to send Kel Williams out there for D. Mays on that side. They've got T.J. Newell at the other corner, but a fine job of coverage that time by Mays, forcing the 2nd and 10. Tuskegee may have gotten a little greedy there.
3:40 remaining in the first quarter. 3-3 your score. Taylor, the running back, to Williams left. Going to fake the handoff, and Williams is going to keep it. He'll come around left in. He'll be upended by number 90 by West Alabama.
That's what I mean. West Alabama can't just sell out on the run, Will, because the quarterback will keep it and run himself. He picked up only 3 yards there because it was a good tackle by Kel Williams.
Williams is a good-looking athlete. I mean, we're talking about a guy that's listed 6'3", 193. Obviously, he's got some mobility.
Well, he won the job on the field last week. You know, even though Tuskegee lost the game, Williams won the job on the field last week, obviously.
3rd down and 7. 3 wide receivers here to the near side. Williams wants to throw, and he's getting pressure from West Alabama, and they're going to get him in the backfield for a West Alabama sack. Nice job right there by West Alabama's number 95, Austen Cosby, as he's going to get him in there and force the special teams unit on for Tuskegee.
Jamal Ellis was in there as well, and a couple of bars of soap they were trying to block that time. Was able to get through the line of scrimmage, and quarterback had nowhere to go. It was a big defensive play. Obviously, defensive play of the game so far.
Nice work by the defense for West Alabama. Into punt will be Ryan Duff. Back to receive for West Alabama will be Darius Nelson. High spiral. Nelson retreating back. He'll field it at the 3. He's going to want to try to bring it out. He crosses the 5, the 10, the 15. He'll be wrestled to the ground, and he'll make it all the way back out to the West Alabama 18-yard line. Looks like they're going to call it the 19. Dangerous return right there, Rob.
Yeah,
That's skipped a beat right there.
Kind of watching as Nelson comes to the sideline to see if anybody says anything to him. And the only person said, he's being pulled into the offensive huddle. No, he's being talked to by Coach Brett Gilliland right now.
That's right.
So, yeah. He's,
and we get the pat on the helmet. It's like, look, we're not going to do that again.
That was great effort, but, pal, let that sucker go. So, yeah, that answers that question.
2:02, 5 wide receiver set for Tucker Melton. Nobody in the backfield. Gee Pollard here on the numbers. Melton wants to throw. He's going to go to Bry Webb out of the backfield. There'll be a short gain to Webb for Webb.
I don't know. I think he just got back to the line of scrimmage. Was lucky to do so. Bring him 2nd and 10. It was going to be a quick pass no matter where he went, but he sort of bailed out a little early there under no real rush. He had gotten hit on the last play of the last series.
Bry Webb in the backfield, 2 tight ends. Melton wants to go downfield. He's got Caleb Bass across the 30, and Bass is going to bring it in. He's going to wrestle away from the tackle. He's going to cross the 45, and he'll be drugged down at the West Alabama 40 for another West Alabama first down.
Well, the Tigers, so one thing on that 3rd down on the last play of the last series is when Caleb Bass, they knew he's a mismatch against their safety, and they went right back to it there.
2 tight ends set, 4 wide receivers. Melton looking to throw. looking for Bass here to the near side, and he's just going to throw that one into the West Alabama bench.
Yeah, that was intentional, because Bass was covered up, and before he felt any more pressure, he just wanted to get rid of it. So good job of getting rid of it there. But Tuskegee's rushing 4. They're not doing anything exotic, not really blitzing as much as I expected them to. I really expect Tuskegee to bring a lot of pressure today.
2nd down and 10. West Alabama puts a man in motion. He'll hand it to Webb. Webb comes to the near side. He'll pick up 2 yards on the play before he's brought down by a pair of Golden Tigers.
Tackle on the play, number 55, Hill.
Hill on the tackle.
The way the linebackers and safeties are reacting to the run, you just got to believe play action would be good. Probably not on 3rd and 9 when they're expecting it, but on a 1st and 10 play or 2nd and 6, play action is going to work really well.
Melton looking to throw. He's going to try to go to Gee Pollard. Gee Pollard is absolutely mugged here on the near sideline. In coverage was number 7, Antonio Keenan Jr., and he had a whole fist full of jersey, and flags abound everywhere.
They called pass interference on him, and Pollard had a complete arm length that he was pushing, sort of keeping him distance, and he's getting some. Antonio Keenan is fussing a little bit because he thought that Pollard was pushing off, and there's some pushing on both sides, quite frankly, Will, but that one benefited the Tigers.
1st down and 10 from the Tuskegee 45. 5 wide receivers, empty backfield. Melton looking to throw. He's got his eye on his receiver on the far side. That's John Hilbert. Hilbert covered step for step, and that one will fall incomplete with 19 ticks of the clock remaining in the first quarter. West Alabama all knotted up at 3 here, the visiting Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Checking in for the Tigers will be number 5, Darius Nelson. We got Pollard, Nelson, Owen Harper, and John Hilbert in at wide receiver. Brian Webb there in the backfield, as it'll be 2nd down. 10 to go from the Tuskegee 44. He hands off to Webb, stutter step at the line. He'll try to get in there behind the big guys. He might get a positive play. Pickup of 1.
Not much there on the ground for the Tigers. It kind of harkens back to our game at Morehouse. When Morehouse was able to sort of stop the run the way they have, Tuskegee's really done the same thing.
That'll be the end of the first quarter. 3-3 your score. We'll be back here for the second quarter after a short break on Sly 104.9.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
At Sumter Insurance, we have the best insurance products and the most experienced staff. Come see us today.
Be a part of Nahiola Credit Union's winning team. Nahiola Credit Union has been providing winning service for over 60 years and want you to be a part of our continuing success. We offer all types of financial services, from personal and business checking accounts with no monthly service fees to low interest rate loan products. Nahiola Credit Union has been providing winning service for over 60 years. Come by and give us a chance to show you the credit union difference. NCUA insured, equal housing lender.
The only thing worse than having a broken down vehicle is having to pay an arm and a leg to have it repaired. Well, at York Automotive, they not only have the parts you need, but they have a certified mechanic on staff as well. They lead the area in standard 5-quart oil change prices at only $39.95. York Automotive Supply has everything you need for maintenance, like belts, hoses, tires, and antifreeze. Get the best service and save the most money at York Automotive Supply, 302 South Broad Street, York, Alabama.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. We get ready to get things underway here in the second quarter. West Alabama all knotted up at 3 with the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, as we're waiting on the red hat, Mr. Troy Maddox, to give us the nod that the commercial obligations have been met on the Flow Sports there.
I have an interesting in-state score.
I'm all ears.
South Alabama in Pasadena at the Rose Bowl, leading UCLA 17-13 at the half.
That's a
The Pac-12 is straight trash this year. Straight trash.
You heard it here, folks.
I mean, with all due respect to South Alabama, I mean, come on. Anyway.
Let me get myself together. 3rd down and 9 from the
big play for
Tuskegee 43. Tucker Melton, he's got Brian Webb in the backfield. He's looking to throw. He rolls to his left. A lot of pressure. He's just going to have to get rid of it. Big-time pressure by number 32. That's Malik Moore. And that'll bring up 4th down for West Alabama.
Yeah, he didn't see Owen Harper sitting down in the middle of that zone defense right there, right at the line to gain. And I don't know what he had other progressions, and he just did not see Owen Harper in the middle of the field. But I'm sure Coach Don Bailey saw it, and we can go back to that at some other point.
Trey Sullivan back to punt for West Alabama. Kind of a wobbly spiral, fielded at the 10. It'll be fair caught. So the Golden Tigers will take over. 3-3 your score. 14:48 remaining in this first half. Last night we saw the West Alabama Tigers soccer team, the men's team. They picked up a win over the Chargers of UAH. Their next contest will be at Delta State on Friday, this upcoming Friday. Tomorrow, the women's soccer team will host UAH. I think we've got a 1 o'clock start for that game. So if you're interested in a little soccer tomorrow afternoon, it'd be a great opportunity to do that.
Yeah, should be good weather for it.
1st down and 10 for the Golden Tigers. They'll work from their own 10-yard line. Williams fakes the handoff to Edwards. He wants to throw. He's got a man here to the near side, complete at the 15. Across the 20. He's tripped up, and he'll be
Williams pass completes number 80.
Get the yardage to move the sticks. It'll be a 1st down.
1st down, Tuskegee.
I think that was number 20.
The Tigers played a little loose there in the corner, and the Tigers came with a blitz. Michael Anderson came in, just didn't quite get home in time, and found the receiver, and he got away from defensive back there.
1st down and 10, Edwards in the backfield. Handoff to Edwards. Edwards is met by a whole host of Tigers. First to get there, first to slow him down was number 90, Michael Sharpley. And that was just enough time to get some reinforcements there in the backfield for a big-time loss of about 5 yards.
Well, we saw a lot of that last week now. Tigers got a little aggressive there and came. I know they came with a corner blitz. They may have brought a blitz pressure from somewhere else, but I think it may have distracted the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee enough to allow some other guys in the backfield and disrupt that play. So finally got Tuskegee behind the chains a little bit.
3 wide receiver set with a man in motion coming here to the near side. Hand off to Edwards. He wants to go up the middle. He'll pick up 5, and he'll be wrestled to the ground. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. And they'll bring up 3rd down and 10 as we get fresh legs out there for West Alabama. Coming in for the Tigers, it'll be Jamal Ellis as well as Issac Williams defensively. Checking out will be number 90, Michael Sharpley. And Williams decides to get to the sideline as well to avoid the too many men on the field. We just hit the 13-minute mark. 3-3 your score. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Tuskegee from their own 24.
This is where Trevante Carter has to come in and disrupt things from the get-go here on 3rd down and 10.
Williams fakes the handoff. He wants to go downfield. He's got a man cutting across the middle. That's going to be intercepted by West Alabama. West Alabama's got it. They bring it across the 40, the 30. He's down to the 20. And West Alabama's number 6, Shamar Lewis, with a big-time interception and brings it down inside the 20 for West Alabama.
The former Sweetwater Bulldog is just playing center field. And a little pressure there, actually by Carter, who was able to finally get away from his man, apply a little pressure. The quarterback rushed his throw just a hair and overthrew his intended receiver. And there is Shamar Lewis with a nice return back to the 16.
Nice job, as you said. Shamar Lewis gets the big interception, and that puts West Alabama 1st down and 10. They'll work from the Golden Tigers 15. 4 wide receivers. Demetrius Battle in the backfield. Tucker Melton wants to throw. He's got Gee Pollard one-on-one in the end zone, and that one will be a little long. Now, that's a different guy than they've had on Pollard from before. They had number 7.
That's actually the 3rd player that they've had.
They had Antonio Keenan, but they're trying to find an answer for Gee Pollard.
They started with Dante Brown and then had, as you said, had Antonio Keenan, and now Is that Brown again?
These numbers are hard to read because they don't have a good solid outline.
I thought it was somebody, a third player, but now I'm not so sure.
2nd down and 10. Melton wanting to throw. He's got a man in the end zone. That's Silas Thompson. He had a step on his man, and a lot of jersey pulling right there. The Tiger fans wanted a little bit of extracurriculars, but that one went with a good no call. Checking in for West Alabama. That looks to be number 88. That's going to be Dalton Bailey. He'll be here to the numbers on the near side. He'll have John Hilbert and Owen Harper. Gee Pollard will be matched up one-on-one on the far side. 3rd down and 10. Melton wants to throw. He surveys the scene. He wants to go across the middle. He's got Hilbert at the 2. Hilbert is in there for a West Alabama touchdown.
John Hilbert is emerging, folks. He emerged last week at Miles and really had a great game there. But that catch over the middle in traffic, knowing he was going to get hit when he caught it, he just wanted to secure the ball and make a first down. He wasn't as worried about a touchdown until after he took the collision and then fell forward into the end zone for the touchdown. That was just an outstanding play by a wide receiver wanting to make a play right there.
Gabe Dunkle in. Sullivan with the hold. The kick is up, and it'll get through there. West Alabama with a 10-3 lead. 12-14 remaining in this first half here on Slide 104.9.
When's the last time you've been to the Aloha Hawaiian Grill? They've got a few new things that I think you should try. How about the Polynesian barbecue sandwich? Or what about the Hawaiian wrap with grilled chicken, steak, filled with sticky rice, aloha sauce, lettuce, and cheese? My go-to is always the IE Tuna Poke Bowl. Come check out the Aloha Grill, Highway 80, Demopolis, Alabama.
In today's world, it's nice to know who you're spending your money with. That's why at GoCo's Exxon stores in Butler, Gilbertown, Silas, Coffeyville, Millry, Chatham, and Sweetwater, they are proud to be American-owned and operated. Stop into one of their stores today for a hot stuffed pizza, for real milkshake, ice cold drinks, snacks. They got everything. They even carry hunting and fishing supplies in most of their stores. Thanks for shopping local with your area GoCos.
If you are responsible for taking care of someone who is nearing the end of life, let us help you. Legacy Hospice can bring services to your home or to a nursing facility to care for your loved one. For more information, call our office at 1-800-580-8479. Legacy Hospice serves 8 counties in the West Alabama area.
10-3 your score in favor of the good guys. 12-14 remaining in the first half. West Alabama's drive covered 16 yards. It took 3 plays in only 18 seconds. And West Alabama's Tucker Melton was able to hook up with John Hilbert for a touchdown. Gabe Dunkle was able to put it through. And Rob, I like what you said about John Hilbert emerging. I mean, this is a guy that we're seeing it.
Yep.
And I think I think as you mentioned, the ceiling's very high for that young man.
And you know, talked about a little bit about Tom Melton's his pass completion percentage last week, 22-39. But a lot of these throws that he's making are low percentage throws. The 2 fades on first and second down are just, you know, they're 1 out of what, 5 maybe?
Right.
You know, 1 out of 6 that you expect to complete. And you got to do them. You got to kind of keep the defensive back on their toes. You got to do them every now and then. But the pass, he threw the ball on the money in traffic on that pass to Hilbert. And again, Hilbert catching it. From a receiver's point of view, I really appreciated Hilbert catching it, knowing he was going to get hit.
Onside kick for West Alabama. Did they get it? Did he stay in bounds?
Did not.
Man, it looked like there for just a split second that West Alabama's hands unit, I think that was number 13, Chris Benyon. He was able to reel it in. But
great scouting by the Tigers coaching staff, special teams, the coach, because they had it. And just, you know, frankly, to be honest, Dunkle just kicked it about 2 yards too far. Because, I mean, it was wide open. It was a similar type onside kick that you saw, I forget the year, but Alabama in the national championship game against Clemson executed, and I believe it was one of the Humphreys that recovered it. He just kind of pooched it off to the side, and there were no Tuskegee Tigers anywhere around it. around it. And the ball went out of bounds, so I'm not sure what the discussion here is, so there's a flag. But there was not a Tuskegee player within 10 or 15 yards of that football.
No foul going on the field as the ball was not possessed by the kicking Tuskegee's ball at that spot. First down.
Yeah, that's right. I guess maybe they were thinking about whether the ball traveled 10 yards. That way it would be illegal touching by the kicking team. But the ball definitely traveled 10 yards down to the 49-yard line. So that's where the ball went out. It'll be Tuskegee's ball. A good calculated risk by the special teams there. Just didn't get it.
First down and 10 from the West Alabama 49. Williams, a man in motion. Here to the near side. He wants to hand off. He puts it in the arms of number 1. That's going to be Taylor. Taylor brings it across the 45-yard line. He'll make it all the way down to the 43-yard line. So he gains about 6 on the play.
Second down and 4.
Tuskegee's use of motions has been really good today. And that time, when they went in motion, it sparked a change in the Tiger defense and the way they defended the short side. And Tuskegee's were able to get 6 yards because of it.
Williams resets the offense. 3 wide receiver set. He's got Taylor in the backfield. He hands it off to Taylor. Taylor across the 45, the 40. Gets across the 35, and he'll be pushed out of bounds at the West Alabama 33-yard line.
And that's another example, Will. Pre-play, they take the tight end and the wingback from the right side. They had 2 wide receivers to the left. They moved the tight end and the wingback to the left side and overload that side. And the Tigers' defense never really adjusted to the shift pre-snap. And they had numbers. Tuskegee had more blockers than we had defenders out there, and they were able to pick up the first down.
Shadarin Archie checks in for West Alabama. 2 wide receivers here to the near side. Williams takes the handoff and slips. Pressure. He throws it away.
That's got to be grounding. He is in the tackle box. He threw it to where no one was. That has got to be grounding. He threw it out of bounds by the Tuskegee cheerleaders, and there wasn't a Tuskegee player within 15 yards of it.
I thought for a split second that he might have put a knee down as well when he slipped.
He's inside the two. There are 2 officials still talking about it, and they're standing on the spot in which he threw it. And are they going to say the quarterback was outside the tackle box? Because that just simply isn't true. That was a blown call by the officials there. I'm sorry to say, but it is what it is. Second down.
Second down and 10. From the West Alabama 34, 10:54 remaining. Williams, hands off. He wants to go up the middle. He'll pick up a yard on the play. Carrying that time was Dante Edwards. Edwards' 6th carry of the afternoon, 22 yards total.
Third down and 9.
Checking in for West Alabama will be Trevonte Carter. Austin Cosby.
We got him in a passing down situation here. The Tigers ought to be able to pin their ears back and come after him. This is where the Tiger defense wants to get him.
Williams in the gun with Edwards to his right. Puts a man in motion. He breaks it down. Fakes the handoff. Wants to go downfield. He's got a man here to the near side in coverage for West Alabama. Is Shadarin Archie. And he was able to force the would-be receiver out of bounds, so that one will be incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down.
He catches that if not for Archie. Archie did a great job of at least making him bobble the ball until he was out of bounds, and finally he was able to. And I think he caught it out of bounds, but Archie created the incomplete pass on his own. Now they're going to attempt a 50-yard field goal here, Will.
Husick.
They don't fake it here, do they? They're going to attempt this?
His long this season is 35. He's at 50%. He'll be kicking from the left hash. The hold's good. The kick end over end. It's got the distance, but it looks like it's going to go wide right. That one was a little closer than I'd like it to have been, Rob, but West Alabama with a 10-3 lead with 10 minutes to go in this first half of play.
He didn't miss it by much, did he?
No, sir.
This has not been the game we came here to see, is it? We kind of expected West Alabama to be able to, based on what we had heard and seen about Tuskegee, we kind of thought this would be a little different game, but it has not been. West Alabama has struggled here. I say struggled. Tuskegee's had a lot to do with it. Tuskegee showed up ready to play today against their in-state rival.
First down and 10 for West Alabama from their own 33-yard line. 10 minutes remaining in the half. They lead by 7. 4 wide receiver set. Fakes the handoff to Webb. He's going to go to Caleb Bass on the far side. Bass will pick up 4.
Now Melton, here we are in the second quarter, Melton really, especially with that last touchdown pass that he made, starting to see him get a lot more comfortable now. Might see the ball start hitting more receivers.
Thompson Nelson here to the near side. He hands it off to Antonio Brown. Brown takes it to the right side. He'll pick up a couple of yards on the play.
Brown it was the leading rusher last week. He's the third string running back and was a leading rusher. So getting good playing time here in the second quarter to give Webb and Demetrius Battle a break. But forces big 3rd down 7 here.
Bailey moves, throws across, wants to go to Bailey. Bailey bobbles it, gets it across the 40, the 45. He gets across midfield, and he'll be taken down by number 11, Stanley Livingstone. But a 100% concentration play by Dalton Bailey for a West Alabama first down.
Well, the quarterback recognized the blitz. They blitzed 2 linebackers, and Bailey's just running a hot route. And as a true freshman, smart enough to find that hot route and get there, and he delivered the ball and caught it.
Melton wants to throw. He's got Pollard here on the near side. Pollard on the back shoulder, and he's forced out of bounds. The pass will go incomplete. With him stride for stride this time was Antonio Keenan Jr. I guarantee you these guys are going to know each other pretty well.
Yes,
after this afternoon. Silas Thompson in for West Alabama. Still see Caleb Bass, Dalton Bailey, John Hilbert. That'll be your 4 wide receivers. Brown in the backfield to Melton's right. Second down. Melton wants to throw. He's got time. He's going to hit Brown coming out of the backfield. And Brown will pick up a yard on the play, but he gets hit hard as he slides back a couple of yards. Brown's not a big guy.
Yeah,
Took a hit right there as he had to jump up to bring it down.
That play didn't look right. Like there were maybe 1 or 2 people that weren't where they're supposed to be. It just kind of threw into a whole bunch of people there, and Brown came out with it. But once again, we got 3rd down and long, and going to put it all on Tucker Melton's shoulders here.
3rd down and 9 from the Tuskegee 47. Silas Thompson is the lone wide receiver here to the near side. Brown to Melton's left. Melton wants to throw, throws across the middle. He's got Caleb Bass. He hooks it up.
Decision time here for Coach Brett Gilliland on 4th down and 2 from the Golden Tiger 40-yard line. He was not hesitating going for it. I think that's the right decision.
West Alabama on the year. 1 of 3 on 4th down. 4th down and 2. Tucker Melton surveys the situation. 2 wide receivers here to the near side, and Antonio Brown in the backfield to Melton's left. Melton puts Hilbert in motion. The snap, he's looking to throw. He's going to hit it to Brown out of the backfield, and Brown with a lot of real estate. He just dropped it, Rob.
Yeah, he just dropped it. I mean, bless his heart. You could say, well, you didn't look it in and all these different things. It's not just an easy pass to catch when you're running, away from the quarterback, looking over your back shoulder to catch it, but it's a pass he's caught 100 times in practice. So, he obviously wants that one back, but on 4th down, that causes he had running room too.
He had a lot of real estate. You're no doubt about that.
Nobody hates it worse than Brown, I promise you.
West Alabama will turn it over on down, so the Golden Tigers will have it 1st down and 10 from their own 40. Williams, he'll work from the gun, and Edwards will be the lone man in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to the top side. They put a man in motion. The snap's low. He puts it in the hands of Edwards, and Edwards is met after about a yard gain, leading the charge. Trevante Carter. I wish we could call Trevante Carter's name one more time today. He's getting after it.
Yeah, but a good job of reading the play. It's the exact same play they ran to start their last series. They send the man in motion. The Tigers defense this time did not change defenses because of the motion. Stayed at home, and Carter turned him up and made the tackle.
Williams looking over the line there. He gives the directions to Toro Taylor, his lone back. Puts a man in motion. 2 wide receivers there to the top side. Fakes the handoff to Taylor. Throws out to the numbers and misses a tackle across the 45. It's going to be a pickup of about 8 yards on the play, as Williams was able to hook up with number 22. It's going to be Corey Petty. 3rd down, 1 to go. We hit the 6-minute mark here in the first half. West Alabama on top 10-3. Love to see the Tigers with a defensive stop, as Williams, he'll work from the shotgun. He's got Toro, Taylor in the backfield. There's that two switch right there.
They shifted, though. The Tigers defense shifted.
Hands off to Taylor. Pressure by West Alabama, but Taylor was able to avoid the tackle. Looks like he's going to get to the line to gain.
Yeah. Barely. I mean, he did make the line to gain, but the Tigers defense shifted into the formation and just couldn't quite contain him enough to hold him out for 1 yard.
So that'll be a Golden Tigers first down. Fresh legs for West Alabama's defense. Shadair and Archie, among others, checking in. The Golden Tigers will work from the midfield stripe as we hit the 5:15 mark. Two wide receivers split here to the near side. Edwards in the backfield. Tuskegee shifts again. Williams hands off to Edwards. No, he's going to keep it himself. He's going to come here to the right side. He'll pick up 4.
Carried by number 2.
As he'll be wrestled to the ground at the 46-yard line.
A running quarterback's hard to defend. You know, we've seen that at all levels of football for sure. The Tigers may have hit him in the leg there. He's kind of rubbing out a little Charlie horse there on his right leg. But still picked up 4 yards, like I say. But you've got to account for him now. You can't just assume that he's not going to run, right?
Williams from the gun. Edwards, the running back to his left. It'll be 2nd down and 6. They work from the West Alabama 46-yard line. As he gets the sign. Hard count. Hand off. No, he's going to keep it. He'll go to the left side. He makes a man miss at the 40, down to the 35. And once again, the legs
carried by number 2, Williams.
Of Bryson Williams.
Stephen White. First down, Tuskegee.
Making positive yardage. And another first down for Tuskegee. They've amassed, my total here shows 143 yards of total offense.
At time of possession, they're eating the clock up. I mean, here we are, 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go.
13:44 unofficial time of possession for Tuskegee. Williams, first down and 10 from the West Alabama 34. He's got 2 wide receivers here to the near side. Hands off to Edwards up the middle, and he's got a hole. He's going to kick it across the 30, get down to the 25, and he's stood up. And he's still moving the pile. Just a rugby scrum at the 28. That'll be a first down. So once again, that's the 11th first down for Tuskegee this afternoon as they continue to eat up some clock and move the football.
Yeah, I mean, they're just opening up holes at the line of scrimmage, Will, and that's something we did not see last week out of the Tiger defense. I'm not letting them do that. Now here comes the shift again offensively.
Edwards will be the back in the backfield. Williams throws out to the far side. That pass will be complete to be number 19. Antonio Meeks picks up 4 yards on the play. So 2nd down and 6.
Second down and 6 from the 20-yard line.
Tuskegee, this drive right here, eighth play of the drive coming up, and a whole host of time that it's taken here as we approach the 2-minute mark remaining in the first half. West Alabama up 10-3. 2nd down and 6. Golden Tigers on the West Alabama 20. Williams looks to throw. Got a man here to the near side. He has to slide to catch it, but that pass will be complete.
Williams pass complete to number 19, Meeks.
And on the reception again, Antonio Meeks brings up 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 1 from the 19-yard line.
On 3rd downs on the afternoon, Tuskegee 3 of 7.
The Tigers will get the ball back. Does Brett Gilliland, I mean, I guess you can't call timeout yet, but you kind of want to get some time on this clock before the end of the half, knowing you're going to get the ball back to start the second half. See how this play goes.
Williams hands off to Edwards. He's met by D. Mays.
The first down, though.
It's going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, I think maybe keep timeouts in your pocket here and just understanding that the clock's going to run down on your half in hopes your defense can at least force a field goal attempt out of Tuskegee, if nothing else here. Tuskegee's got 2 timeouts, so it's not like, am I reading that right? They don't have timeout. Yeah, they have all 3. I apologize. They have all 3 timeouts left.
Williams being flushed out of the pocket, going to his left. He wants to get into the end zone. That's going to be complete for a Tuskegee touchdown. Looks like number 22, Corey Petty, as
Tuskegee never gave up on the play. You know, the quarterback rolled to his left. The Tigers kind of cut him off, and the wide receiver never gave up. He kept finding an open spot and waving his hands. And the Tigers defense didn't stay with him.
Issac in to attempt the PAT. That one will get through there. That'll knot it up at 10.
50 seconds remaining in the half.
10-10 your score with 50 seconds remaining in the half, Rob. And, you said it. They didn't give up on the play. That was a 10-play drive that covered 60 yards and took 6 minutes and 21 seconds off the clock. We'll take a short break on your station for Tiger Football Live, 104.9.
That King Cut ribeye, Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's in Livingston, just makes my mouth water thinking about it. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's is the South's last old-fashioned steakhouse. They cook them the old-fashioned way. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's open Thursdays and Fridays for lunch from 11 to 1:30. And if you want that famous steak, it's served Wednesday through Saturday, 4:30 to 9:30. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's off I-59 and 20, exit 17, Highway 28 West in Livingston, Alabama. Check out Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's on Facebook.
Hello, West Central Alabama. I am State Farm Agent Justin Whitson, and I took over for the legendary State Representative A.J. McCampbell. If you're looking for home, auto, or life insurance, then a new good neighbor is already in your neighborhood. Please stop by our office at 1327 U.S. Highway 80, Demopolis, or feel free to visit my website at www.whitsoninsurance.com. That's WHITSONINSURANCE.com. Or give me a call at 334-289-5664. We appreciate everybody. Go Tigers.
At Boone's Pharmacy, your community health mart pharmacy, the health of you and your family is the heart of our mission. We go above and beyond to offer the friendly and knowledgeable support you deserve. We make managing your health easier with a variety of personalized services. It's what community is all about. In Demopolis, your community health mart is Boone's Pharmacy. Experience the difference. Boone's Pharmacy, 951 U.S. Highway 80, Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
10-10 your score here at Tiger Stadium. 50 ticks of the clock remain in the first half, and the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee covered 60 yards on 10 plays on a drive that took 6 minutes and 21 seconds, Rob. And West Alabama, we're going to have 50 seconds remaining in the half and then get the ball to start the second half. But this isn't what we anticipated when we got here today.
Well, no, it sure was not. It's like the road, the home curse or something. Maybe peeking ahead to West Georgia. I don't know, but you got to look. Tuskegee has called a masterful game plan, and so far they've executed it. They've had the Tigers outnumbered and outflanked in a lot of different ways today, and I know that Coach Ruffin's got to be proud of the way his Golden Tigers are playing against West Alabama.
Another little pooch kick there by the Golden Tigers. It'll go out of bounds. Flags come in.
Yeah, that's, I don't really know. I guess I'm surprised now that they would not have tried to kick this deep. With 50 seconds to go, I would make West Alabama go the length of the field. Wouldn't you? I would
unless they just don't have confidence in their special teams. I don't know, but I mean they're giving West Alabama. They took off 25 yards of the field, and Tucker Melton and this crew right here, they can make short work out of this with almost a minute to play.
Yeah, I mean you got to go 30 yards to get in field goal range, maybe less than that. I mean we don't know the exact range here yet, but 25 to 30 yards to get in field goal range and 50 seconds and 3 timeouts should not be undoable.
Absolutely. First down and 10. Handoff to 8-ball. He comes here to the next near side, and he literally drags number 33, Messiah Wells, for 6 yards. Second down and 4, West Alabama. Melton wanting to throw. He's got a man across the middle, and that'll be John Hilbert. Hilbert will pick up the first down. He gets into Golden Tiger territory. So West Alabama will be first down and 10.
And Tigers they're inside of 25 seconds, haven't used a timeout yet. Now it's inside of 20.
Melton in the gun, 4 wide receivers. Again, he's looking to throw. He's going to Gee Pollard here to the near side. Gee Pollard up, and that one will be off the fingertips. Double coverage for Pollard.
The Tigers they ran on first down, did not call timeout, just went right back to the line of scrimmage. They got the first down, did not call timeout. Now they've got 3 timeouts still with 11 seconds to go. They went for it there, but they really only have about 2 plays left.
John Hilbert, Caleb Bass to the near side. Melton wanting to throw. He's going to throw to 8-ball out of the backfield. 8-ball across the 40 to 35. It'll be pushed out at about the 33-yard line. 5 seconds remain.
Well, I think you've got to kick it here, but they've got 5 seconds left. I guess they think they can run a play in less than 5 seconds, but that's going to be awful tight.
That's going to be cutting it close.
We know that he can kick it from this far as he did last week, right? I mean,
absolutely.
He at least try to 51 and finally going to take the timeout. I think he's thinking about this and maybe going to get Dunkle out there to try to attempt this field goal.
There's no doubt that I think, this is one of those afternoons where I don't know that there would be any reason. I mean, it's sunny. It's not windy.
No.
It's perfect conditions. You couldn't get any better unless you were in a building at this point.
No, the only thing they could do here,
pick where he wants to kick from.
Pick where he wants to kick from, but you've got to do it fast. And look, you can't take any chances with 5 seconds left, right? If you've got a pass in you, even if it's a slant, now they're calling for the field goal team. I think this is the right move.
I'm on board with this right here, Rob.
But I'm really, again, the Tigers had 2 other chances to call timeout and try to conserve some of that clock, and chose not to do it and had a little more confidence in their ability to move the ball downfield, I guess.
It's going to be about a 51-yarder from the left hash. Gabe Dunkle, he gets it lined up. In the hold will be Trey Sullivan. Snap's good. The hold's down. The kick, it's up. But that one's not going to have the distance. And that one, in the first half, 10-10 your score at the half as West Alabama and Tuskegee all knotted up. And Rob,
Dunkle just hooded it. He like you're trying to hit a 4-iron a little further than you expect to hit one. You just hood it a little bit, kind of what he did there. And so we're knotted up at 10. But I'm sure the coaching staff would like to have that 50 seconds back.
No doubt. I think you can reevaluate that 50 seconds. But we'll have an opportunity to, regroup at the half and get the ball back coming in the second half. But 10-10 your score. We'll take a break here on Sly 104.9. Halftime in Tiger Stadium, 10-10 your score as West Alabama and the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee are all knotted up. Right now, the Tuskegee Marching Band is entertaining the fans here in Tiger Stadium with their halftime show, and the West Alabama Marching Band to come on after they finish. And Rob, I didn't expect us to come into halftime with a score of 10-10. We'll break down some of the stats here. We'll go with the team comparisons first. First downs for West Alabama, 8, Tuskegee with 13. Rushing yards, 9 carries for West Alabama for 17 yards. 19 carries for Tuskegee for 77 yards. Passing for West Alabama, 11 of 21. 11 of 18 for Tuskegee. So you start looking at, you're looking through the stat sheet and.
Yeah, Tuskegee's outgained West Alabama 177 to 154, and that's not anything we sort of expected. And they've done significant damage on the ground. Tuskegee's got 77 yards rushing on 19 carries. Tigers only have 9 carries with 17 yards rushing. Neither one of those stats, no one is going to be happy with in that West Alabama locker room. Passing yards, you say, well, we held them to 100 yards passing, but when you add 77 yards rushing on top of that, it just kind of makes it look a whole lot worse. So, really, the Tigers, by virtue of an interception by Shamar Lewis, which set the offense up in good field position, fortunate for this game to be tied because it very easily could not be.
Tucker Melton on the afternoon, 11 of 21 for 137 and a touchdown. His long is 35. He's been able to hook up with, let's see how many. We got 7 different receivers on the afternoon as West Alabama's been able to spread it around a little bit, but Hilbert, 3 catches for 45 yards and a touchdown. Also with 3 catches is Caleb Bass. And then the following guys each have 1. Pollard, Bailey, Battle, Brown, and Webb. And on the flip side of things, Dante Edwards, 9 carries for 37 yards. Bryson Williams, the quarterback, 5 carries. He's got 20 yards, but I tell you, I mean, he's a guy that if somebody makes a mistake or misses, he's going to be able to, really pick him up and put him down.
Yeah, in time of possession and third down conversions where it's really showing up, Will. They kept the ball 20 of the 30 minutes in the game. And that has worn down our defense for sure. But they've had struggled to get off the field at the clip that they have been getting off the field and brought a number 2 national ranking third down conversions. They're 4 of 8, but it seems worse than that.
Right.
It's only 4 of 8, which is 50%. It seems worse than the Tigers are only 2 of 5. Well, again, the Tigers really haven't put together, but they put together one drive to start the game to get the field goal, and that's been it offensively. So I'm not sure what Tuskegee doing defensively to confuse the Tiger offense. And we'll talk to Coach Brett Gilliland here coming out of halftime and just ask him because, the offense is not clicking at all. I would say on all cylinders, but right now, there's only about 2 out of 8 cylinders running right now offensively.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that's, coming off of a day where last week West Alabama's offense, 590 yards. Tucker Melton had 400. And, they just haven't found that groove today. And, take nothing away from Tuskegee. They've done what they've needed to do in this first half. Just some adjustments that maybe can be made, and West Alabama kind of get back to what we saw last week and putting up a little bit more offense.
Well, that's exactly right. A little calming down and a little, I think early in the game we saw Tuskegee sort of do some things that it maybe took West Alabama out of the game plan a little bit. And maybe the coaches fell for it a little bit. In other words, came in here with a game plan, and I think Tuskegee forced them to change their game plan early. And whether they go back to the game plan or not, or they just totally sort of adjusting, moving in a different direction here at halftime remains to be seen. But I do think that Tuskegee forced West Alabama to get out of character in the first half, and they haven't really gotten back in character.
Yeah, and it was weird because there was at one point West Alabama was just penalty ridden, and yeah. I think that that situation, it was all in one series. West Alabama 3 penalties for 25 yards, but it felt, and if I'm not mistaken, it was all within that one series.
It was, and it was, following some jawing and back and forth and some different things that looked like they were going on down there on the field. And it's as if Tuskegee really kind of took the fight to West Alabama, and West Alabama didn't respond well to it. It really, struggled to keep their composure and do what they came here to do. And understanding every play is a little different. But, I don't know. We'll ask Coach G again about, did the team really kind of get out of their game plan, or we're just not executing the plan?
Yeah,
so
I'm anxious.
One or the other.
I'm anxious to hear what he says about that.
It's certainly one or the other. So again, we've got another whole half of football to go. Fortunate to be tied, and the Tigers do get the ball back to start the second half. So some things to reflect on. Tucker Melton would certainly like to have a couple of throws back. We've got at least one receiver would like to have a catch back on the 4th and 2. That was a big play. But we also put ourselves in position to be 4th and 2.
You're right.
A lot of different people contributed to that. So, again, we've got to do some work here at halftime to make these home fans happy.
Defensively for West Alabama, Michael Anderson leads all West Alabama tacklers with 6. He's got 4 of the solo variety, 1.5 for a loss. Shadarian Archie with 3, as is T.J. Newell, D. Mays, Lamar Lewis, and then a whole host of Tigers with a tackle each. But it's been a first half that we didn't expect. I'm sure we'll make some adjustments and be ready to get after it here in the second half. West Alabama's band's about to come onto the field for the first time this season. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll be able to get ready to go for this second half of play, hopefully catch up with Coach G here on Slide 104.9.
In today's world, it's nice to know who you're spending your money with. That's why at GoCo's Exxon stores in Butler, Gilbertown, Silas, Coffeyville, Millry, Chatham, and Sweetwater, they are proud to be American-owned and operated. Stop into one of their stores today for a hot stuffed pizza, for real milkshake, ice cold drinks, snacks. They got everything. They even carry hunting and fishing supplies in most of their stores. Thanks for shopping local with your area GoCos.
If you are responsible for taking care of someone who is nearing the end of life, let us help you. Legacy Hospice can bring services to your home or to a nursing facility to care for your loved one. For more information, call our office at 1-800-580-8479. Legacy Hospice serves 8 counties in the West Alabama area.
That king-cut ribeye, Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's in Livingston, just makes my mouth water thinking about it. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's is the South's last old-fashioned steakhouse. They cook them the old-fashioned way. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's open Thursdays and Fridays for lunch from 11 to 1:30. And if you want that famous steak, it's served Wednesday through Saturday, 4:30 to 9:30. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's off I-59 and 20, exit 17, Highway 28 West in Livingston, Alabama. Check out Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's on Facebook.
Hello, West Central Alabama. I am State Farm Agent Justin Whitson, and I took over for the legendary State Representative A.J. McCampbell. If you're looking for home, auto, or life insurance, then a new good neighbor is already in your neighborhood. Please stop by our office at 1327 U.S. Highway 80, Demopolis, or feel free to visit my website at www.whitsoninsurance.com. That's WHITSONINSURANCE.com. Or give me a call at 334-289-5664. We appreciate everybody. Go Tigers.
At Boone's Pharmacy, your community health mart pharmacy, the health of you and your family is the heart of our mission. We go above and beyond to offer the friendly and knowledgeable support you deserve. We make managing your health easier with a variety of personalized services. It's what community is all about. In Demopolis, your community health mart is Boone's Pharmacy. Experience the difference. Boone's Pharmacy, 951 U.S. Highway 80, Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
At the University of West Alabama, we want to help you find your something. We offer nearly 60 undergraduate programs in several areas of study, including education, natural sciences, nursing, business, technology, and more. Find your home at one of the safest college campuses in the nation and make lifelong friends through Greek life or student clubs and organizations. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of UWA's generous transfer credit policy and competitive tuition. Get started at UWAradio.com. That's UWAradio.com.
Livingston Auto Parts has been family-owned and operated for over 40 years in downtown Livingston. They've been serving the surrounding area, all the hydraulic hoses, batteries, spark plugs, oil, and belts that keep your vehicle and farm equipment going. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturday, 7 a.m. to noon. Hey, if they don't stock it, it probably doesn't exist, but I'm sure they can order it for you. Livingston Auto Parts.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Got about 5.5 minutes before we get the second half underway. Mr. Rob Pearson's making his way down to the sideline in hopes to catch up with Coach G before the start of the second half. Scoring summary for the first half. Tuskegee got things started with a 42-yard field goal by Arns Hussick. They led 3-0. At the 7:12 mark of the first quarter, Gabe Dunkle connected on a 26-yard field goal, tied it up at 3. 12-14 in the second. West Alabama's Tucker Melton hooked up with John Hilbert for a 16-yard pass. Dunkle was able to put it through. West Alabama led at that point 10-3. And with 50 seconds remaining in the first half, Bryson Williams was able to connect with Corey Petty for an 11-yard strike. Arns was able to put it through on the PAT. That's where we are right there, 10-10. Scores across the GSC. Looks like North Greenville is up on Mississippi College, 13-6. No update on the shorter Albany State, and then games that will kick off later this evening. Delta State and Mississippi Valley tonight at 6, and Miles College and Valdosta State also set for a 6 Central kick as West Alabama's marching band is making their way off the field. It's nice to see the fans here and have an opportunity to see the band for the first time. Looking over some of the statistics in the first half, Melton 11-21 for 137 and a touchdown. Battle 6 carries for only 15 yards, only 2.5 per. Webb with a couple carries and Antonio Brown with a carry as well. Receiving core for West Alabama, leading the way, John Hilbert, 3 catches for 45 yards and a touchdown. His long was 20. Caleb Bass with 3 catches for 31. Gee Pollard, Dalton Bailey, Demetrius Battle, Antonio Brown, Bry Webb, each with a catch. So a lot of different guys getting involved. 7 wide receivers as we're hitting the 3-minute mark.
I will. Coach Brett Gilliland here. Coach, Tuskegee taking you out of your game plan, or did we just not executing?
No, it's just execution stuff. We're just not playing very disciplined and didn't execute. I mean, we had a 4th down we dropped. We had a surprise onside we dropped. I mean, it's just little things that we weren't executing. They're doing a good job. Tuskegee's doing a great job with their game plan, and they're playing tough. And we got to match that and surpass it, or it'd be a long half.
What'd you tell them at halftime?
I told them we got to play like Tigers, like who we really say that we are, and we got to come out this half and show that we are that, and we'll see how we respond.
This first offensive drive will set the tone, I'm sure.
No doubt. We'll see how it goes.
All right, good luck to you, Coach.
Thanks.
Always nice to be able to get down and get the thoughts from Coach Brett Gilliland. Appreciate Rob getting down on the sideline and making that happen. We're about 2 minutes away. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll get ready to rock this second half on Sly 104.9.
Do you need a new vehicle today, or are you trying to keep your current vehicle running smoothly for a few more months? Hey folks, Lee Allen for Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. No matter if you're in the market now or later, we're here for you. We have a lot full of inventory packed with cars, trucks, and SUVs. When you're ready, we have what you need at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian. Remember, when you're ready, we're ready. Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
At Sumter Insurance, we have the best insurance products and the most experienced staff. Come see us today.
Be a part of Nahiola Credit Union's winning team. Nahiola Credit Union has been providing winning service for over 60 years and want you to be a part of our continuing success. We offer all types of financial services from personal and business checking accounts with no monthly service fees to low interest rate loan products. Nahiola Credit Union has been providing winning service for over 60 years. Come by and give us a chance to show you the credit union difference. NCUA insured, equal housing lender.
The only thing worse than having a broken down vehicle is having to pay an arm and a leg to have it repaired. Well, at York Automotive, they not only have the parts you need, but they have a certified mechanic on staff as well. They leave the area in standard 5-quart oil change prices at only $39.95. York Automotive Supply has everything you need for maintenance, like belts, hoses, tires, and antifreeze. Get the best service and save the most money at York Automotive Supply, 302 South Broad Street, York, Alabama.
When's the last time you've been to the Aloha Hawaiian Grill? They've got a few new things that I think you should try. How about the Polynesian barbecue sandwich? Or what about the Hawaiian wrap with grilled chicken, steak, filled with sticky rice, aloha sauce, lettuce, and cheese? My go-to is always the IE Tuna Poke Bowl. Come check out the Aloha Grill, Highway 80, Demopolis, Alabama.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. 10-10 your score. West Alabama and the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee all knotted up after one half of play. Had an opportunity to have both bands perform for the crowd. The appropriate warm-ups have taken place for both teams, and West Alabama's special teams unit making their way out onto the field, getting ready to begin this second half as they'll start off with the football. 177 yards of total offense for Tuskegee, 154 for West Alabama. Tuskegee with 100 in the air, 77 on the ground. West Alabama only 17 on the ground and 137 in the air. As back deep for West Alabama, looks like it's going to be Bry Webb as well as Darius Nelson. Rob Pearson continues to be the hardest working man in radio as he's able to get all the way down to the sideline and back up. Looks like Issac is going to tee it up. He'll put the right foot in it. End over end kick. Going back is Nelson. He'll field it at the 8. He'll bring it across the 10, the 15. He'll make a move at the 20. Bring it out to the 25. He'll step out at the 26-yard line. So a nice return by Darius Nelson. And that'll bring out Tucker Melton and the West Alabama offense. Beautiful afternoon here in Livingston. A nice little crowd that has come out to support the Tigers here in this home opener, game number 3 of this 2022 season. Tucker Melton, 3 wide receiver set, first down and 10. From his own 26, he'll hand off to the running back. He's going to drag a couple of guys. Looks like he'll pick up 3 on the play.
Yeah, he got about 4 up to the 30-yard line, Will, and that's a good yardage on first down. You can make 4 yards. That's pretty good, but I like the push that they were able, the little extra effort they were able to give. And, you know, Coach G basically said it came down to West Alabama. It's just a matter of executing what they've set in front of them to do.
Second down and 6 for the Tigers. They work from their own 30. 8 ball in the backfield. Melton wants to pass. He's going to hit Battle on the screen. He's out to the 30, the 35. He'll cross the 40, and he'll be forced out of bounds at the West Alabama 44-yard line. That'll be a West Alabama first down.
Yeah, great job of Battle to look that ball in. And was a little surprised he was as open as he was. He tucked it up and ran it and made it out to the 43 and a first down.
Gee Pollard here to the number on the near side, first down and 10. Melton fakes the handoff. He wants to go across the middle to Caleb Bass, but flags on the play.
Yeah, I don't know what this is going to be, but it was a flag on the snap. And they say offsides on the defense. Thank you.
We'll take it.
Yep. You know, the first drive is important for this Tiger offense. It's also important for the Tuskegee defense. And so far, Tigers offense has been able to move the ball a little bit downfield, which is what we wanted.
First down and 5. West Alabama from their own 48, Tucker Melton. 4 wide receiver set. Demetrius Battle in the backfield. Going to hand off to Battle. Battle wants to go to the left side. He keeps his legs moving. Breaks a tackle. Gets across the 50. And he'll be wrestled to the ground at about the Tuskegee 45-yard line. So first down run for Demetrius Battle.
Again, a nice run by Demetrius Battle. Getting extra yards after contact that time. And good open hole on the left side. The offensive line's done a little better so far this drive than they did the first half.
Bry Webb in at running back for West Alabama. 2 wide receivers here to the near side. Pollard on the numbers. Melton looks to throw. He's got his eye downfield. He's going to throw cut across the middle. Caleb Bass. And that will be just a little too far out in front of Caleb Bass.
And that ball came out of Melton's hand funny. It's like he lost his grip on the football. Because he had Bass crossing about 15 yards downfield. He had about 2 steps on his man. Ball just came out a little funny that time, so second down 10. Good job by the offensive line, though, giving plenty of protection that time.
Bass and Pollard here to the near side. 2 wide receivers to the top side. Webb in the backfield. Melton steps back, wants to throw. He's got time. Coming across the middle is John Hilbert, and that'll be in and out of the hands of Hilbert.
Fortunate there. There were 3 different Golden Tigers from Tuskegee waiting on that football. And very fortunate that ball hit the turf before it was caught by anybody else. Not necessarily his best decision, but now we've got 3rd and long in a critical point here for the Tigers.
2 tight ends in for West Alabama. Pollard here to the near side, and John Hilbert. He'll be on the numbers to the top side. Bry Webb in the backfield. 3rd down and 10 from the Tuskegee 35-yard line. 10-10 your score. Melton drops it back to pass. He surveys the situation. He's going to try to go to Hilbert on the far sideline. Hilbert in coverage. And that one will fall incomplete.
Tigers basically max protected that time, and both receivers were double covered. They didn't really fool anybody there, and Tuskegee defense did a good job forcing the punt attempt here by the Tigers.
Trey Sullivan will come in to punt. 1 punt on the afternoon, 33 yards. He's able to pin him inside the 20. Little wobbly spiral. fair caught sign there, and West Alabama's going to try to keep it out of the end zone. Did it work?
I don't think so.
I'm not necessarily buying it.
Yeah, I don't. It seems like to me the Tigers had stepped into the end zone before they touched it. Yeah, they do call a touchback. I think that's the right call. I think a Tiger had already had a foot in the end zone, and then jumped to pull the ball back out.
Hey, and, you try it.
Yeah, you got to try to sell it, and he tried to sell it, but there were two officials right there to make that call. Nobody's arguing it.
Yeah, I don't think they were buying.
No. So here we are. Tigers defense now is in a tie game. You can try to get this ball back. Let's see if the Tiger defense, what kind of adjustments they've made at halftime.
Bryson Nelson will bring him back out. He'll have it 1st and 10 from his own 20. Toro Taylor will be the running back. He puts a man in motion coming here to the near side. Taylor on the handoff comes left side. He's got some room. Crosses the 20, the 25. And he'll bring it all the way down to about the 29-yard line, just shy of the first down marker. He gains 9 on the play.
The stretch runs are working, really. The Tigers are being aggressive, getting out there. The Tuskegee's just cutting it back behind them. They're sort of moving the Tigers out, using their own aggressiveness against them on those stretch runs, and picks up 9 yards and first down.
Williams in the gun. He's got Taylor in the backfield. Hands off to Taylor. Taylor wants to go to the right side. He gets to the line of scrimmage. He crosses, and he'll get a first down for Tuskegee as he'll gain a couple of yards on the play, but moves the sticks. 12:05 remaining in the third quarter. 10-10 your score. Tuskegee will be first down. 10 to go from their own 32-yard line. Trips to the far side. They got one wide receiver on the numbers to the near side. Toro Taylor, lone back in the backfield, in behind Williams. Williams hands off to Taylor. Taylor across the right side. He'll bring it out to the 35-yard line. Another positive gain on first down for Tuskegee as they're winning the battle up front.
Yeah, Bishop Bro held on for the tackle that time at linebacker, or it would have been more. But yeah, Tuskegee's done a good job of getting yards on first down. It just opens up the playbook so much more when they do that. They're just winning the point of attack, the line of scrimmage, and they have done it really on both sides of the football.
Two wide receivers here towards the near side. Williams fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it and go around right end. He'll pick up 5 yards on the play. Bring up third down and 1. Williams dangerous with the legs as he was kind of surveying the scene. He decided to keep it. Checking in for West Alabama will be number 33, Jaden Tuck. So a big third down and 1 for Tuskegee on their own 41-yard line. Two wide receivers here to the near side. Williams in shotgun. Puts a man in motion. Snaps right in there to Edwards. Edwards hits the hole hard. He'll get the first down.
Yeah, that's 2 in a row. They're 2 for 2 on this drive on third down conversions, and that clock continues to run like the last time they had the ball. Would they hold it for 6.5 minutes or something like that?
6 minutes and 21 seconds. And it has more of the same as we approach the 10-minute mark here in the third quarter.
Yep.
First down and 10. Golden Tigers from their own 46-yard line. Two wide receivers here to the near side. The lone back in the backfield will be Edwards. Williams fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it. Pressure by West Alabama, but Williams is going to get a positive gain there on the play.
Well, Stephen White was in position there, did a good job of really just slowing him down long enough to get help because he's so elusive. The quarterback is that Williams he's hard to bring down for a big man to try to bring him down in space. Let's be honest. So White did a good job of at least keeping him in the front and letting help arrive and forced a 1-yard gain there. But the way Williams holds that football, he could fumble it on one of those too because he was sort of holding that ball a little looser than his coaches would like him to.
Second down and 9 from their own 47. We hit the 9-minute mark. And it looks like the Golden Tigers, beyond a doubt, going to get called for the false start.
Yeah, T.J. Newell's doing it's the wide receiver lined up against T.J. Newell, and he's doing a little clowning right now. I don't know what all led to that, but a much-needed 5 yards there.
I can only imagine what led to that. And we'll just say that West Alabama will be the recipient. 5 free yards.
Yep.
Second down and 14 from the Tuskegee 42. Williams in the gun. He drops back, wants to throw. Pressure by West Alabama. Williams eludes a tackler. He'll gain positive yards on the play. It looks like he'll gain about 3 or 4. Flag on the play.
And there they go. It's T.J. Newell and the wide receiver who's pleading his case. That's is it 19 for Tuskegee, which is Antonio Meeks. Williams, that time, T.J. Newell's helmet came off, so after the quarterback scramble, those two engaged in a chicken fight, and they're going to get West Alabama for unsportsmanlike conduct. And Newell, I think what happened there is T.J. Newell brought that on himself in the play before. Well, he kind of clowned a little bit.
Or a lot of bits.
It sort of brought the eye of the officials, so when there was just 2 players engaged, Newell did not get the benefit of the doubt there on the next play. There were 2 players doing exactly the same thing. Newell's helmet comes off somehow. I don't think Newell took it off, but yet West Alabama got the penalty. It's a first down, Tuskegee.
First down in Tiger territory, throws to Taylor out of the backfield. Taylor crosses the 40, leaps a man, and he'll be forced out of bounds at about the 36-yard line.
T.J. Newell's not out there right now, just FYI, just so you know. But another 5-yard gain on first down. Just keep chipping away at this Tiger defense. And Tuskegee hadn't needed much help. The Tiger defense has been willing to help them on occasion.
And they have eclipsed the century mark on the ground. Has Tuskegee. Second down. 5 to go from the Tiger 36 pressure.
Oh my.
Wilson's able to get it to Taylor, but I don't think he's going to have anything doing as a whole host of Tigers led by number 55. That's Javaris Turner.
All-out blitz that time for the Tigers. I said, oh, my, because I really thought, Will, that they had the perfect play call for the all-out blitz. But yet Turner, Jamarvis Turner, was right there, read that play perfectly, and the coach is really happy about the way he read that play, caused a 5-yard loss. Big play here for the defense.
Third down and 10 from the West Alabama 41. 7:25 remaining, 10-10 your score. Tuskegee driving. 9th play of the drive. Williams surveys the situation. 4 wide receivers set. He's got 1 man in the backfield. He drops back to throw. A little bit of a happy feet. The pocket's going to collapse on him. It's going to flush him out here to the near side. And Williams is going to be forced out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. Good pressure up front by West Alabama. Great pursuit after a short gain. That'll bring up 4th down and 8 to go.
And the whole time I'm sitting there thinking, don't hit him out of bounds, don't hit him. And because you knew he was going to run out of bounds, and fortunately the Tigers were able to lay off of him so that they did not get the penalty down here on the Tigers sideline. So Tuskegee's going for this. Will, I'm a little surprised, 4th and 8.
They're 2 of 6 on 4th down this year.
The Tiger offense hasn't just lit them up. So I'm really surprised to see him go for this and be willing to give the Tigers good field position if they don't make it. This is surprising development here. 4th
down and 8 for Tuskegee.
Oh, my.
Williams fumbles the snap. He takes it back into his own territory. West Alabama's going to sack him for a huge loss. The snap was not handled well by Williams, and West Alabama was able to get there in a hurry, and a huge turn of events for West Alabama.
That's a coaching mistake by Tuskegee. Now, we'll take advantage of it, but yeah, they'll blame the snap, or the quarterback didn't pick up the snap and all that, but he had no business going for it right there. It'd be one thing if the Tigers were driving it up and down the field offensively, but they just have not been able to mount drives, so why not punt it and get them deep? But, hey, man, karma.
As some people might say, he got parked.
Yeah, he did.
He got parked.
Yeah, when he picked it up, all he saw was the Red Sea in front of him.
That's right. First down and 10 for West Alabama from the Tuskegee 45. 6:24 remaining. Tucker Melton, 4 wide receiver set. He wants to throw. He's going to get pressure. He's going to have to throw this one away as West Alabama wasn't able to hold off the front line there of Tuskegee. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
That's what I mean. A 10-10 game. The Tigers' offense is just really, has not. They have 8 first downs coming into halftime. I just don't understand not punting there, but anyway.
2nd down and 10 for West Alabama. Handoff to Webb. Webb wants to make the corner on the left side. He'll cross the 45. He'll get down to the 37-yard line.
And Tuskegee really kind of got away with a late hit out of bounds. So as soon as Webb hits the sideline, they shoved him even deeper out of bounds. Webb was asking, hey, what about that? And he got no call. I guess we were fortunate on both sides there, but Third down and 3. It was a nice run by Webb. He had to get by one guy and then was able to get to the corner and pick up nice yards to bring up third down and short. Now, this is 4-down territory for the Tigers, I do believe.
Third down and 3 from the Tuskegee 38, just under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Melton wants to throw, rushed a bit. He's on the turf. Nearest receiver was Dalton Bailey.
Well, somebody's got to pick up that blitz. Now there's a flag that's going to come in. They're going to somehow Tuskegee's going to claim that I believe Gee Pollard may have been guilty of hitting a Tuskegee player who is laid out on the field. Half the players are looking at the official like, why didn't you throw the flag? There was an official standing there looking at it that didn't throw any flag. Now a flag is thrown way after the play, like total reaction. And I don't know what he's reacting to. The player on the ground's just got a cramp.
Yeah, it looks like they're working out a cramp there on the lower part of the left leg.
On the previous play, Tuskegee came with a blitz from an outside linebacker, and I don't know if Melton was supposed to shift protection, but no one picked him up. So first of all, he had to rush his throw, force a complete pass, and then he got planted. So that was not a good. I'm not sure who to blame there, but sometimes the quarterback sets the protection, or does the running back have to just see it and protect him there? But someone did not execute like they should have. Now, there's a discussion with Tuskegee coach on the far sideline. Now they're going to come down here and talk to Coach G. Personal foul against the Tigers they're going to call. They called it no less than 5 seconds after whatever personal foul supposedly happened.
Odd turn of events right there as Coach G, he's pleading his case.
Well, what's absurd is there were two officials standing there when whatever supposedly took place. And neither one of them threw the flag, and an official on the far side came in and said, well, they're reacting to something. I might as well throw the flag. And he did, and they're going to call 15 yards against the Tigers, and that takes them it takes the decision away from the coaching staff. They definitely have to punt now because it was a dead ball foul, so it's 4th down and 18.
Yeah, I think Trey Sullivan had already come onto the field prior to that. I think they were going to punt it and try to kind of pin them deep, but no doubt now that the services of Trey Sullivan will be needed. Trey Sullivan's listed as a 5'8" junior from Leroy, Alabama.
The game has clicked along so much, Flow Sports has called for a timeout. Will, why don't we break? We'll keep it here. Looks like we're coming out to punt. 10-10 here, 5:43 to go in the third. Tigers had a chance. Tuskegee gave the Tigers offense a chance right there and could not capitalize, both by poor execution and just a mental mistake there. We assume a mental mistake, either that or a really good acting job, one or the other. Still, results the same.
Michael King back deep, wobbly spiral. King will field it at the 14, and he'll be taken down immediately. Great job. Chris Binion, special teams tackle for West Alabama, was down there in a hurry. No return, and a nice punt. It'll pin them inside the 20. It'll be inside the 15. They'll start 1st down and 10 from their own 13-yard line.
Binion doesn't get to play a lot, but, buddy, that was a playing time earner right there. A big play in this football game to try to back Tuskegee back to the 13-yard line, the product out of Hillcrest High School in Tuscaloosa. And he had his moment there. He took advantage of it.
That's a big-time hustle play by Binion. It'll be 1st down and 10. Tuskegee from their own 13-yard line. 10-10 your score, 5:35 remaining. Williams in the gun with Edwards in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to Edwards. Pressure from West Alabama. Williams steps up. He's going to get positive yardage. And Williams, again, proving to be quite elusive as he gets it out to the 19-yard line.
Well, he had a chance to be tackled for a 5-yard loss and ended up making 6 yards of positive yards. So they're doing a good job of getting pressure now. You just got to kind of do it in a way that corrals him and gives him no option but to go down.
2nd down, 5 to go. Williams, 3 wide receiver set. pumps the throw. Happy feet. He's going to throw. He's got a man on the far sideline. He's going to also be complete at the 33-yard line. And there to make the stop for West Alabama is going to be D. Mays, but not before the Golden Tigers are able to get the yards to gain, get a first down. It'll be first down from their own 33-yard line.
I had hoped that maybe the defense had hit the quarterback enough where he would be uncomfortable in the pocket. He didn't look uncomfortable there. He stepped up in the pocket. Neither rush was just his internal clock was starting to go off, and he delivered a strike.
Edwards, the lone back, four wide receiver set. Two here to the near side. Fakes the handoff to Edwards. Completes the pass out here to the near side, and at the numbers, making the play is going to be number 1, T.J. Newell.
That was an outstanding open field tackle by T.J. Newell, but there's a flag in the secondary, and I believe they're going to get to Tuskegee for offensive pass interference. You don't see this very often. But now they're going to say the pass was behind the line of scrimmage, which means there's no pass interference. Well, what he's trying to say is they're waving the flag off because the pass was behind the line of scrimmage. The back judge called offensive pass interference because a block was made on a defender while the ball was in the air. But if the ball is caught behind the line of scrimmage, you can do that. So good communication. I don't like the result. I wish they would have said that the ball was beyond the line of scrimmage, but that's what the play was, Will. So they pick up 4 yards there.
That'll be second down and 6. Tuskegee from their own 37. 3:45 remaining. Scores all knotted up at 10. Williams, 2 wide receivers here to the near side. Edwards, the lone man in the backfield. He hands it off to Edwards, and Edwards has room up front. He's got a hole. He'll bring it all the way across the 40. He'll get down to the 42, just shy of the first down marker.
You wonder why Tuskegee's been good on third downs, because they keep getting third down and 1. And here we are again.
Yeah, they've been 50% on the afternoon, 5 of 10 from third down. And you're right, third down and 1's a whole heck of a lot easier than third and long. As Williams looks to the sideline, as does the entire offensive unit for Tuskegee. They're going right to left. Third down and 1. He puts a man in motion. Movement up front.
Wow.
And lots of laundry on the field after that one.
Wow, this is a big, big decision by the officials here. They call false start against Tuskegee. Whew. That is a big 5 yards and a big difference between third and 1 and third and 6. Tigers really expecting, I don't know that they're expecting pass. They did put in a couple of pass rushers. So I would expect pass here. I think the running back they have in the game has not had any carries, if very few, if any, carries. So I think he is merely there to pass protect.
Edwards is the back you're talking about. Takes the handoff to Edwards, throws a little screen. He avoids a tackler. And then West Alabama's Michael Anderson just absolutely plants him, but a flag comes in after the play, or as the play was completing, rather.
Could this be anything other than holding? Surely they're not going to call targeting.
I think that looked like a good clean hit from here.
I thought so too, but we'll see. Once again, we can't really hear the official, but there is no foul. So, hallelujah. We'll take the play, bring up fourth down, and Tuskegee should punt here from their own 35-yard line. And let's see if special teams could insert himself here. I noticed earlier in the game, Will, Tuskegee really takes a long time to punt the ball, snap to punt. I think there's an opportunity for the Tigers to go after this punt.
Well, Ryan Duff will be in to punt. Back for return for West Alabama will be Darius Nelson. Nelson at his own 26-yard line. Duff, high spiral. That one's going to hit at the 20 and take a huge Tuskegee roll. It'll go out of bounds at about, it's going to be near the 10-yard line.
The Tigers put no pressure on the punter that time. He just didn't really give a rush. And, of course, we let the ball bounce on the turf, and it rolls inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Just couldn't have worked out any worse for your Tigers. So 10-10 your score. Inside of 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. We'll take a break. You're listening to Tiger Football on Sly 104.9.
In today's world, it's nice to know who you're spending your money with. That's why at GoCo's Exxon stores in Butler, Gilbertown, Silas, Coffeyville, Millry, Chatham, and Sweetwater, they are proud to be American-owned and operated. Stop into one of their stores today for a hot stuffed pizza, for real milkshake, ice cold drinks, snacks. They got everything. They even carry hunting and fishing supplies in most of their stores. Thanks for shopping local with your area GoCos.
If you are responsible for taking care of someone who is nearing the end of life, let us help you. Legacy Hospice can bring services to your home or to a nursing facility to care for your loved one. For more information, call our office at 1-800-580-8479. Legacy Hospice serves 8 counties in the West Alabama area.
That king-cut ribeye at Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's in Livingston just makes my mouth water thinking about it. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's is the South's last old-fashioned steakhouse. They cook them the old-fashioned way. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's open Thursdays and Fridays for lunch from 11 to 1:30. And if you want that famous steak, it's served Wednesday through Saturday, 4:30 to 9:30. Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's off I-59 and 20, exit 17, Highway 28 West in Livingston, Alabama. Check out Diamond Jim's and Miss Donna's on Facebook.
10-10 your score, 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Some scores from the state colleges at half. Troy leading Appalachian State 21-14 up in Boone. Of course, Alabama's leading Louisiana Monroe 28-0. UCLA trailing South Alabama with 10:40 to go in the fourth quarter, 31-29.
We've got $1:57 remaining here in the third quarter in Livingston. 10-10 your score. First down and 10 for West Alabama from their own 8-yard line. Tucker Melton, 3 wide receivers. He'll hand it off to Bry Webb. He's got a little bit of room here on the near side. He'll bring it out close to the 10-yard line. 3-yard gain on the play, and that gives the Tigers a little bit of breathing room as they were kind of back deep.
Not much.
I'll take the 3.
They gave him a yard, actually, Will, up to the 9, so it wasn't much there, but we're going to go empty here.
Five wide receivers for West Alabama. Tucker Melton, he's got 3 to the top side, 2 here to the near side. Looking to throw. He wants to hit Dalton Bailey here on the near side. He's got Dalton. He'll get the complete pass, and he'll be forced out of bounds at the 29-yard line. It'll be a first down for West Alabama.
Good read by Tucker Melton that time as his second option. He was sort of watching the defense. The defense just forgot about Tucker Melton, run down the sidelines and hit him with a strike and a big first down up to the 28. 3
wide receivers. Webb in the backfield. Tucker wants to throw. He wants to go near side here to Owen Harper, and he was going to be forced out of bounds. Pass incomplete. In coverage for Tuskegee's number 20, Zelly Aldridge.
Yeah, Zelly Aldridge, I believe he's a Linden High School product, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
Yeah, good player for the Patriots. Back in West Alabama.
Second down and 10. West Alabama from their own 28. Melton in the gun with 1 wide receiver here to the near side. He's got trips to the top. Fakes the handoff. It's going to be batted at the line of scrimmage. Ball's on the turf. Back there looked to be Bry Webb. And Tucker Melton shaken up a little bit. I don't know if he hit his hand on a helmet or whatnot, but he was shaken up there on the play.
The pass rush came in and sort of grabbed his arm as the ball was, he was about to move his arm forward. It was a fumble, and what a hustle play by Bry Webb to get back on that ball. It could have been a disaster because Tuskegee was all around that football inside the 20 to 19. Now it's 3rd and 20, and Tucker Melton's not even thinking about going to the sidelines. You know that did not feel good on that throwing arm, but here we are. 3rd down and 20, and he's in there.
Melton steps back to throw. He's trying to get to Gee Pollard on the far sideline, in and out of the hand of Pollard. Pollard got some separation, and it hit him in the left hand, not able to secure the football. But if he's able to reel that one in, it was smooth sailing all the way.
And Pollard was double covered on the play. His safety had come over and actually misjudged the football. It's the only reason that Pollard got a hand on it. But it was a nice throw. You know, there was nothing wrong with the throw there, but fortunately we had completed the earlier pass to Bailey to give us a little room. But we need a big boomer here from our punter.
Toro Taylor back to return. Wobbly punt, hits at the 49. It'll take a West Alabama bounce to some degree, and it'll be downed at the Tuskegee 47-yard line. 3 quarters of play in the books. 10-10 your score. We got 1 quarter left, and we'll take a break here on Slide 104.9.
Hello, West Central Alabama. I am State Farm Agent Justin Whitson, and I took over for the legendary State Representative A.J. McCampbell. If you're looking for home, auto, or life insurance, then a new good neighbor is already in your neighborhood. Please stop by our office at 1327 U.S. Highway 80, Demopolis, or feel free to visit my website at www.whitsoninsurance.com. That's WHITSONINSURANCE.com. Or give me a call at 334-289-5664. We appreciate everybody. Go Tigers.
At Boone's Pharmacy, your community health mart pharmacy, the health of you and your family is the heart of our mission. We go above and beyond to offer the friendly and knowledgeable support you deserve. We make managing your health easier with a variety of personalized services. It's what community is all about. In Demopolis, your community health mart is Boone's Pharmacy. Experience the difference. Boone's Pharmacy, 951 U.S. Highway 80, Health Mart. Taking the time to listen and care.
At the University of West Alabama, we want to help you find your something. We offer nearly 60 undergraduate programs in several areas of study, including education, natural sciences, nursing, business, technology, and more. Find your home at one of the safest college campuses in the nation and make lifelong friends through Greek life or student clubs and organizations. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of UWA's generous transfer credit policy and competitive tuition. Get started at UWAradio.com. That's UWAradio.com.
Welcome back to Tiger Stadium. 10-10 your score. We've got 1 quarter of play left. And, Rob, on an afternoon where we had hoped that West Alabama would come out and take care of business early and win it going away, it's going to come down to the last 15 minutes. And Tuskegee has had a solid game plan and been able to do some things that made life more difficult for the Tigers.
Does the coaching staff have to consider taking the Tigers out of town, put them up in a hotel room for home games?
I tell you, I mean, it's one of those things that it's not like we've played poorly, but we just haven't played with the crispness that we played a week ago.
No.
And specifically, the offense has not found its rhythm. I mean, defense has held them to 10 points through 3 quarters, not too shabby, but, you're talking about a West Alabama team that has only gained 196 yards, 169 of that in the air, 27 yards on the ground.
Mercy. Yeah, that's not going to get it. But so the Tigers' defense in a whole here, good field position for Tuskegee at their own 47.
Williams in the shotgun. Empty backfield, 5 wide receiver set. He puts Taylor in motion. He'll hand off to Taylor. Taylor's trying to catch the left corner. He makes it out to the numbers. Positive yardage for Taylor. He runs about 30 yards, and he's going to pick up 5 on the play.
Yeah, picked up a good 5. He was able to stop and cut and turn up, and now Taylor's having to come out because his ankles are hurting a little bit. He stopped so quick, but the Tigers had a chance there to sort of stop him for a loss. Taylor outquicked him for 5 yards across the 50.
Edwards, the back in the backfield. He's carried 11 times for 47 yards this afternoon. 2nd down and 5 from the West Alabama 48. Fakes the handoff. He'll throw here near side across the 50, the 45, upended at the 44-yard line. It looked like number 6, Shamar Lewis, got in there to make the stop.
And he was tackled at the ankle. He'll come out favoring that ankle, but it's, guess again, 3rd and 1.
5 of 11 on the afternoon is Tuskegee on 3rd down. 2 wide receivers here to the near side, 2 to the top side. Edwards in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to Edwards. Williams wants to keep it. He's going to be wrestled to the ground by number 95. That's going to be Austen Cosby. And I don't believe he's going to make the line to gain.
No, he did not. He's yards short. It was a nice play by both players. Cosby had him 4 yards deep in the backfield, and Williams still almost got back to the line of scrimmage, which was remarkable. Now the Tuskegee coaching staff are about to try to potentially make another mistake here. They are going for this at the Tiger 44, and it's not something Rob would do, but Rob's never coached a college game in his life, so I don't know. I don't understand this.
0 for 1 on the afternoon.
Yep.
2 for 7 on the year. It'll be 3 wide receivers here to the near side. Edwards in the backfield. He'll hand off to Edwards. Edwards to the left side. He's met with opposition at the point of attack, but the progress is going to get him across the line to gain. And Tuskegee, the 4th down conversion will be good. It'll be 1st down and 10 as we hit the 12:50 mark. 10-10 your score here in Livingston.
Buddy, we didn't give it to him. He had to, his second, third, fourth effort had to get it for him. Picked up the 2 yards that he needed.
Williams brings them to the line.
Still would have punted.
I would have punted too. I might have punted twice.
Yeah.
West Alabama 42. Williams, 4 wide receivers. Hands off to Edwards. Edwards with a whole head of steam. He finds a little bit of running room, and he'll bring it out for about a 5-yard gain.
Tuskegee this whole game has really played lower than West Alabama. And what I mean by that is they've had the leverage in every sort of point of attack play when it's one-on-one. Tuskegee's had more leverage than West Alabama just about this whole game.
2nd down and 5. Edwards on the carry. He's got room on the right side, and he's going to get a 1st down and then some as he was tripped up right around the 27-yard line.
Is there a flag? Oh, Tigers get a break there. Offensive linemen put their hand in the face of a defensive lineman. I see the flag now in the interior of the line, and it'll be a 15-yard penalty. Oh, wow, what a big penalty. I know that what Coach Ruffin's thinking by going, he's thinking 3 points may be enough. And this is, you know, when you get close to getting 3 points, if you can get that field goal, that may be enough to win. He's not necessarily wrong by doing that, so I don't know that now that you get to be 12 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, you got to be thinking, you know, I got to get points when I can, right? But now he's got 2nd down and 20 after the penalty.
2nd down and long. Williams from shotgun steps back to pass. Pressure from West Alabama. He steps up and tries to hook up with the receiver on the far side who had come back to help him out a little bit, but that one will fall incomplete. New bodies in for West Alabama. Checking in will be Austen Cosby and Trevonte Carter.
Now, last week, the Tigers were able to, rush 3 and have a spy on the quarterback. And let's see, that I think now is a good time to try to do that. You know, against this quarterback, you've got to spy him. You can't let him out because he can pick up the 1st down with his feet as well as he can with his arm.
3rd down and 20 for Tuskegee from their own 48-yard line. Williams from the gun. He's got trips here to the near side, 1 on the top side at the number. Taylor, lone back in the backfield. Williams wants to pass, pressure by West Alabama, and he's going to get him for a sack. Getting in there for West Alabama will be number 32, Jamal Ellis, the junior out of McDonough, Georgia. And that's a huge play for West Alabama on 3rd down.
Tigers rushed 3 and had a spy wheel, but they were able to get home with 3. And just the quarterback just held on to the ball too long, and Ellis was able to get to him. But back sort of spying was Austen Cosby. And sort of flushed, when the quarterback got flushed out, he saw Cosby sitting there, and he had to kind of break to his left. And when he did, Jamal Ellis was right there. So good job by the Tigers secondary to force that coverage sack.
Absolutely, Rob, as coming onto the field will be Ryan Duff, the punter. Back deep to receive for West Alabama will be number 5, Darius Nelson. He stands at his own 10-yard line. He calls for a fair catch. He'll reel that one in at the 15, call it 16-yard line. So West Alabama's offense going to get a little timeout. We'll take it with them here on Slide 104.9.
Livingston Auto Parts has been family-owned and operated for over 40 years in downtown Livingston. They've been serving the surrounding area, all the hydraulic hoses, batteries, spark plugs, oil, and belts that keep your vehicle and farm equipment going. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 7 a.m. to noon. Hey, if they don't stock it, it probably doesn't exist, but I'm sure they can order it for you. Livingston Auto Parts.
Do you need a new vehicle today, or are you trying to keep your current vehicle running smoothly for a few more months? Hey folks, Lee Allen for Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. No matter if you're in the market now or later, we're here for you. We have a lot full of inventory packed with cars, trucks, and SUVs. When you're ready, we have what you need at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian. Remember, when you're ready, we're ready. Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
At Sumter Insurance, we have the best insurance products and the most experienced staff. Come see us today.
10:25 remaining. 10-10 your score. Rob, West Alabama, I don't know about you, but I'm ready for us to figure out how to put some more points on the board.
Yeah, it's time. Again, we really had one drive that was sustained for, 48 yards, I believe, is the longest drive. It ended in 3 points. The very first drive of the game. Since then, the touchdown score was off of interception return by Shamar Lewis to the 15. So we had a short field, and even that was a 3rd and 10 play that we were able to score on. So, the offense, to say the offense has not had a successful day would be an understatement. But now is the time, and you can erase all of those things here in the next 10 minutes by putting together a scoring drive to take the lead.
Tucker Melton brings them out. It'll be 1st down and 10 from his own 15-yard line. 4 wide receivers set. Melton wants to throw. He's got a man to the top side. He wants to go to Dalton Bailey. And that one will sail long as Bailey had 2 defenders on him. Bailey getting more and more snaps and getting a few targets here.
And getting some attention from the defense. He had the safety over the top there. And Caleb Bass was running across the middle of the field. Antonio Brown did a good job picking up the blitz that time.
2nd down and 10. 2 wide receivers here to the near side, 1 to the top side. Melton's going to put it in the hands of his running back. He'll pick up 1 on the play. I think that was Brown.
We haven't heard much from John Hilbert this half. John Hilbert and Gee Pollard have got to get a target. They've got to get one-on-one and find a way to get open and give us a chance here.
3rd down and 8 for Melton. He wants to throw.
No, he overthrew.
Overthrew Caleb Bass by a long shot, and that'll bring up 4th down. So once again, Trey Sullivan will have to come out, go back to work once again. Let's click here on the old magic computer. 4 punts on the day for Trey Sullivan. He's averaging 38. His long of the day so far is 45.
Yeah, we need a big one here. This is the return man for Tuskegee standing on his own 47-yard line.
Low snap. Sullivan punts it away. Muffed by the return man at the 48, and I believe he was able to fall on it.
But still in Tiger territory at the 49-yard line. So, that exchange, the whole thing netted, 34, 33 yards. So now the defense is going to be put in a bad situation again because Tuskegee's 15, 20 yards from being in field goal range. And gosh, the way this whole thing's going offensively for the Tigers, a field goal may do it.
Love to see West Alabama's defense dial up a big stop or force a turnover here.
Yep. Shamar Lewis already has 1 interception today that set up the Tigers' only touchdown. And another one here would be really nice.
Wilson hands off to Taylor. Taylor makes the left side. He's got the corner. He's got room across the 45, across the 35. And he'll be taken down to the 33-yard line. 1st down for Tuskegee. The 19th 1st down for Tuskegee.
Bishop Bro had a chance to catch him. Really took a bad angle. Just got outrun to the corner that time.
4 wide receivers. Fakes the handoff to Edwards. He hits the man out here in the flat. It'll be positive yardage as Williams was able to complete the pass to number 83, Keenan Webb.
But a nice play by D. Mays that time to stop him after a 3-yard gain. Really shucked off his blocker and was able to come up and make the tackle.
2nd down. 7 to go. We hit the 9-minute mark. 10-10 your score.
Tiger defense looks tired, Will.
They've been out there a long time.
They have played a lot.
Almost 35 minutes. Williams hands off to Edwards. Edwards tries to go to the left side. He's met by a whole host of Tigers. I don't think he's going to gain much, if anything. He might have got it out to the 30.
They gave him 2 yards. They say forward progress will stop there. This is a huge play. I mean, if they stopped him here, it would bring up a 46, 47-yard field goal. So and we know he's got that kind of a leg. He's already missed one from a little further out than that.
It was like 51, the one.
But he missed it wide right. It wasn't
short at all. We are approaching the 8-minute mark. 3rd down and 5. Williams, 4 wide receivers. Edwards to his left. He wants to pass. The lefty steps back. He throws it up one-on-one, and the receiver brings it down, and he's going to dive for the end zone, but he's going to step out of bounds at the 1. West Alabama's Shamar Lewis was in coverage. The ball was lofted in the air, and the receiver was able to go up and bring it down, and he stepped out of bounds at the 1. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 1 as we go under 8 minutes with a score 10-10. Tuskegee driving.
When Shamar turned his head to look for the football, he lost the receiver. And the receiver could see the football and had separated himself from Shamar and just was able to make the play that way.
Edwards, the lone back in the backfield. He'll take the carry, and he'll be wrestled to the ground by number 44 for West Alabama. That's going to be Devontae Bryant. He sniffed that one out.
But that's a 3-yard loss back to the 4. That was a tremendous play. They did that tight end shift we talked about in the first half, but that time the Tigers had an answer for it. They made an adjustment, and anyway, Bryant was able to get through there and make that tackle for a 3-yard loss. So Tuskegee's happy to see this clock running down inside of 7 minutes.
2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line. Williams in shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Edwards. Lots of pressure by West Alabama, and Michael Anderson gets the sack. He was there in a hurry.
A good thing, too, Will, not to say the negative thing about this, but if Anderson doesn't make that sack, it's a touchdown. They had 2 men open in the end zone. But the Tigers Michael Anderson came with the blitz and got home, but that's what a blitz is designed to do. Sometimes it leaves open holes in the secondary, but, buddy, it can make bad things happen, and it did right there for Tuskegee.
3rd down and goal from the 12. Tuskegee with 6:06 remaining. West Alabama's defense trying to step up here. We go under the 6-minute mark. Williams looks to the sideline. He gets the play he likes. 4 wide receivers. Edwards to his right. Snaps, rolls to his right. Pressure from West Alabama. The ball's up in the end zone. It's going to be caught by the receiver, but he's going to be two steps out of bounds before he comes down, so that'll be 4th down.
Completely uncatchable ball if Tuskegee thought there was any pushing and shoving back there in the back of the end zone because the ball's 2 yards deep, and now Tuskegee has a chance to take the lead. The ball's right in the middle of the field between the hash marks, and it'll be a 29-yard field goal. It's basically an extra point.
Hussick. And the kick for Tuskegee. The kick's up, and that one will split the uprights. That'll extend the lead for Tuskegee. 13-10 your score with 5:38 remaining. We'll take a short break here on Tiger Network. Sly 104.9.
Be a part of Nahiola Credit Union's winning team. Nahiola Credit Union has been providing winning service for over 60 years and want you to be a part of our continuing success. We offer all types of financial services from personal and business checking accounts with no monthly service fees to low interest rate loan products. Nahiola Credit Union has been providing winning service for over 60 years. Come by and give us a chance to show you the credit union difference. NCUA insured, equal housing lender.
The only thing worse than having a broken down vehicle is having to pay an arm and a leg to have it repaired. Well, at York Automotive, they not only have the parts you need, but they have a certified mechanic on staff as well. They lead the area in standard 5-quart oil change prices at only $39.95. York Automotive Supply has everything you need for maintenance, like belts, hoses, tires, and antifreeze. Get the best service and save the most money at York Automotive Supply, 302 South Broad Street, York, Alabama.
When's the last time you've been to the Aloha Hawaiian Grill? They've got a few new things that I think you should try. How about the Polynesian barbecue sandwich? Or what about the Hawaiian wrap with grilled chicken, steak, filled with sticky rice, aloha sauce, lettuce, and cheese? My go-to is always the IE Tuna Poke Bowl. Come check out the Aloha Grill, Highway 80, Demopolis, Alabama.
13-10 your score. Tuskegee leads it here with 5:38 remaining in the contest. And Rob, West Alabama running out of time. Love to see them get something going on the afternoon. West Alabama, 198 yards of total offense, 169 of that in the air, only 29 yards on the ground for the Tigers. And they're going to have to find a way to make up some ground as they trail here by 3 with just over 5.5 minutes to play.
Well, it's going to come down to players making plays, right? I mean, we've got some wideouts who have shown explosiveness. Gee Pollard and John Hilbert have been two of them. And so, somehow we got to find a way to get the ball in their hands. They have been quiet for the most part the second half.
Yeah, Hilbert doesn't have a catch in the second half. He had 3 in the first half for 45, and he's been a non-factor here in the second half as Issac gets ready to kick it away. Webb and Nelson back to receive for West Alabama, kind of a low line drive kick. Webb's going to have to wrangle that one up. He fields it at the 5. He takes it across the 10. The 15 makes a move upended at the 17-yard line. And that was a low line drive kick, Rob, that hit, and then it kind of took a little squib turn, and Webb had to go wrangle it up, but he's able to bring it out to about the 20-yard line.
All of their kickoffs have been interesting. And that one's effective because it just squibs up the middle, and the up man just kind of wait to let the guy in the back come up and catch the ball, and he kind of squibbed on him. So here we go. Tigers need to go 80 yards.
First down and 10 from the Tigers. Own 20. Melton looking to throw. He's got time across the middle. Diving with a catch.
Good start.
Is going to be Owen Harper. That'll be a first down for West Alabama. So a nice pitch and catch. Melton to Harper. West Alabama, they'll deploy 4 wide receivers. 1 lone back in the backfield looks to be Battle, wanting to throw near side to Gee Pollard. And Pollard is able to secure that one.
Yeah, picked up 3 yards.
For a positive 3 yards. Hey, you mentioned getting Pollard involved, and right there, 2 plays later,
yep,
Pollard gets a catch,
and
second down.
Harper too. I mean, and he caught the first down ball. So all 3 of them really had been quiet this second half.
4 wide receivers. Melton steps back, steps into the pocket, looks to go to Owen Harper, and he took a lick as he was coming across the middle, and that one falls incomplete.
Now Harper got hit really hard as the ball got there, and so he's shaking up on the play, and they called time. I would have loved to have seen Tucker Melton run that one.
He had some real estate as he stepped up into the pocket and just decided to throw it.
He threw a ball into traffic to open on Harper instead of, like you said, he had open running room to get 5, 6, maybe make this third down a little shorter. But here we are now. It's 3rd down and 7.
3rd and 7. 4 wide receivers. Here's Gee Pollard on the numbers here to the near side. Battle in the backfield. Melton wants to throw across the middle. He's going to get Caleb Bass, and Bass will get enough for a first down and then some. He'll take it out to the 45 before he's wrestled to the ground. So nice job, Melton to Bass for a West Alabama first down.
Big catch by Caleb Bass. A nice throw by Tucker Melton, who had 5 men coming in on him.
Bailey and Hilbert to the top side. Bass and Pollard here to the near side. Melton's getting pressured, and he'll be taken to the ground.
Well, we whiffed him. I mean, he was one-on-one coverage against number 44 for Tuskegee, and that's Jeremy Dees. And we just swinging gated him there, and Melton hit the ground. So just a 6-yard loss. But yeah, that's the right tackle just kind of missed that one.
2nd down and 16. Pollard to the near side. 3 wide receivers to the far side. Melton steps back. He wants to pass. He's going to throw across the middle. He throws into double coverage. He was trying to get hooked up with John Hilbert, and that one was going to be deflected. Looked like by number 2. Right. That's not 2, but.
Yeah, that's number 9, I believe. Anyway, the best thing that could have happened on that pass was incomplete. There's two defenders standing there defending Hilbert. And we tried to force the ball in there, but now we got another big 3rd down long.
Hilbert, Bailey, and Bass to the top side. Gee Pollard here to the near side. Melton with pressure has to get rid of it, as all he was trying to do was get rid of the football. A lot of pressure by Tuskegee, and that'll bring on the punting unit for West Alabama. So once again, Trey Sullivan will have to come out, and West Alabama's defense is going to have to dial it up right here as they trail 13-10.
Yeah. It's not like they sent a blitz or anything. They just rushed 4, and the 4 got to Melton. And the protection just broke down on that series and started with that 2nd down play.
Sullivan, tight spiral, a nice punt. Fielded at the 20, and he'll be taken down at the 18-yard line. The return man caught it at the 20, tried to move toward the left side, and once again, Chris Benyon getting in there on special teams. I really like to see the guys that, they don't get a ton of time, but when they get their time, they're making the most of it.
Hey, Chris Benyon's done his job.
He's absolutely done his job this afternoon. 2 big-time special teams tackles, the junior out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. So West Alabama defense will have to go to work, and they've worked an awful lot today. 38-45 is how much they've been on the field, as the time of possession has been lopsided by way of Tuskegee. Williams, he'll bring his offense out. In the backfield will be Edwards.
You would expect that Tuskegee will keep the ball on the ground here with a 3-point lead, 3.5 minutes to go.
Edwards, the lone back. He takes the handoff. No, Williams keeps it. He tries to go to left side. Michael Anderson slows him down.
Nice play by Anderson. I thought he had taken a bad angle, but he got just enough of him to slow him down and get Williams down. And a nice play call, really, to fake the handoff and give Williams a chance to make some yards, but he was tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
We're approaching the 3-minute mark. West Alabama trailing 13-10. Ball game, that 10-10 score at half. Nothing doing there is by way of scoring in the third quarter. And Tuskegee was able to tack on 3 here in the fourth. Second down, 10 to go. Williams in the gun. Edwards gets the handoff, wants to come near side. Michael Anderson, welcome to West Alabama. He is flying all over the field, Rob, as Michael Anderson, the grad senior out of Chatham, Alabama, comes in and makes a big-time play on second down.
Two straight tackles by Michael Anderson on either side of the field. And it's going to bring up third down and 9, and the Tigers will take their first timeout, stop the clock here with 2 minutes, 37 seconds to go. Let's take a quick timeout. Tigers trailing by 3, 13-10. You're listening to West Alabama Tiger football on Sly 104.9.
In today's world, it's nice to know who you're spending your money with. That's why at GoCo's Exxon stores in Butler, Gilbertown, Silas, Coffeyville, Millry, Chatham, and Sweetwater, they are proud to be American-owned and operated. Stop into one of their stores today for a hot stuffed pizza, for real milkshake, ice cold drinks, snacks. They got everything. They even carry hunting and fishing supplies in most of their stores. Thanks for shopping local with your area GoCos.
13-10 your score. West Alabama trailing Tuskegee. 2 minutes, 39 seconds remain in the contest. It's third down and 9 for the Golden Tigers. They work from their own 18-yard line. Bryson Williams, their quarterback, he'll bring him out. And the backfield will be Taylor. Williams will deploy 2 wide receivers, as West Alabama's defense desperately needs to get a stop here on third down. Williams, the snap, and then we hear whistles abound.
Flag. Is there a flag down on this near side? Yeah, false start on the offense.
False start against Tuskegee.
West Alabama will be the recipient of another Tuskegee penalty, so that'll bring up third down and 14. Moves the ball back to the Tuskegee 13-yard line. 2:39 remain. And West Alabama's defense kind of imploring these Tiger fans to get on their feet for a big stop here on third down. Bryson Williams, the quarterback. He'll empty the backfield. Scratch that. He'll bring Toro Taylor into the backfield. He'll hand it off to Taylor. Taylor tries to catch the corner on the left side. He gets across the 15, across the 20. He's got it across the 30, the 40. He approaches the 45, stumbles across the 50-yard line, and there is all sorts of shenanigans going on right there after the play. A big-time run by Toro Taylor.
Well, the biggest thing is they got the first down plus some into Tiger territory at the 48. The Tigers only have 2 timeouts left with which to stop this clock.
First down, 10 to go inside Tiger territory. So a big run by Tuskegee. Clock continues to tick away as we approach the 2-minute mark. 2:05 to be exact. Williams brings them to the line. West Alabama's defense been on the field a long time this afternoon. Edwards, the lone back in the backfield. Williams barks out the cadence, hands it to Edwards. Edwards here to the near side. He'll be met at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a 2-yard gain. Shadarian Archie in on the stop for West Alabama. As West Alabama wants to get a little timeout, my man Rob Pearson, he's going to make his way to the sideline to be able to talk with Coach G, and we'll keep it right here. Man, there's been a lot going on. We got $1:45 remaining. West Alabama trailing 13-10 with Tuskegee in with the football. 2nd down and 8. They'll be working from the West Alabama 46. Tucker Melton on the afternoon, 16 of 38 for 194 and a touchdown. Demetrius Battle, 8 carries for 26 yards. 8 different receivers into the mix for West Alabama, leading the way for West Alabama in receptions. Caleb Bass with 4 catches for 42 yards. John Hilbert, 3 catches for 45. As both teams coming out of the timeout. Bryson Williams, signal caller for Tuskegee. He brings his offense out. He'll have Edwards. That's Dante Edwards. Will be the lone back in the backfield. He'll deploy 2 wide receivers. They'll be matched up one-on-one by the Tiger defense. Williams surveys the situation. Barks the cadence, hands to Edwards. Edwards dances at the line, and he's met by a whole host of Tigers, and he's wrestled to the ground by number 40, Trevontae Carter. But flags come in on the play.
The flag's on the far end of the field. I don't see one on this near end. I'm sure if it's against Tuskegee, the penalty would be declined.
Checking in for West Alabama will be number 54, Stephen White, the junior out of Lincoln, Alabama.
It must be against the Tigers. They're talking to Tuskegee coaches. Did we line up offsides? Yeah.
It's a tough break for West Alabama.
We need to find us a ref mic that works.
You know, I've been broadcasting football games for a long time here in Tiger Stadium, and that's a mystery that's yet to be solved. The official's microphone. 2nd down and 3 from the West Alabama 41. We got $1:37 remaining. West Alabama trails. Tuskegee's quarterback, Bryson Williams, shotgun. He'll hand off to Edwards. Pressure up front, but he avoids a would-be tackler. They'll stop him after about a gain of 1. Didn't make the line to gain. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, but if they keep it on the ground, they still have, and they don't get the 1st down, they would have, you could run the clock down to about 40 seconds before they'd have to, or less, 35 seconds before they'd have to snap it and punt it away. So time is running out quickly here for the Tigers. In the game that just, you got to give a lot of credit to Tuskegee about the way they came out with a game plan to start the game, stuck with it, and it really has been a mystery to the Tigers how to buck that game plan.
You're exactly right. I mean, they had a game plan. They've executed that plan. Bryson Williams, 19 of 28 for $152 in the air with a touchdown. 43 carries for 160 yards total for the Golden Tiger offense. I mean, they've spread it around. Taylor with 11 carries, Edwards with 18, and Williams has kept it himself 14 different times for short yardage. Yeah. So 3rd down and 2 from the West Alabama 40. 1:29 remaining. West Alabama trails 13-10. Williams in shotgun. He'll have Edwards to his left. 2 wide receivers, 1 to either side. Williams, he'll take a step back. He'll look to the sideline. They'll get the play call in.
And last week, Williams wasn't even the starter. I mean, he has played just a great football game today for Tuskegee.
He's a pretty darn good athlete, that's for sure. As he barks it out, hands it off to Edwards. West Alabama, Shadarian Archie in the backfield. Great job on the tackle for a loss as Shadarian Archie gets in there for a big stop on 3rd down.
So if they take a delay of game, there should be 35 seconds on the clock before they have to make their next snap. And, their offense is out there. They're not going to run a play. They're going to bring them over. If nothing else, they're going to call timeout or something about 35 seconds to go. So that's not much time for Thomas Melton and the gang to try to get the ball downfield.
He'll definitely have some weapons to work with.
Really, I mentioned it earlier. I thought I saw earlier in the game it taking a long time from snap to kick on a punt. They're going to call timeout with 41 seconds to go. I think the best chance the Tigers have right now is to try to block this punt. I really do. I don't believe they have a better option. Well, they have to come after this punt, whatever they've got.
Yeah, and that's not something that they've done this afternoon. on the punting duties. Let's see if we can get that pulled up. Special teams, Tuskegee, 3 punts.
Well, they haven't tried to. They just haven't given any rush on any of these punts. And like I said, the timing, when you sort of put a stopwatch on it from snap to kick, I think Tuskegee's just a hair slow on their punts. And the question is, the Tigers feel like they can get back there to it.
Yeah, he's averaging just over 48 yards per with a long this afternoon of 57. Back deep for West Alabama will be number 5, Dearius Nelson. Nelson he'll be at his own 9. He moves up to his own 10-yard line. He'll put his heels on the 10 as Duff stands at his own 41. Duff, high, spiral, it'll turn over, and that one will hit into the end zone, so West Alabama will have no chance at a return. They'll get it first down and 10 from their own 25-yard line. They'll have 34 ticks of the clock left with no timeout, so they've got their work cut out for them.
The offensive line, clearly, it's up to them to protect the quarterback because you can't get a long pass play completed without time. Those wide receivers have to have time to run down the field, and the offensive line's got to provide the necessary protection to do that. Let's see if Tuskegee rushes. Looks like they're going to rush 4 here.
34 seconds left to play. First down and 10, West Alabama from their own 20. 4 wide receivers set. Demetrius Battle in the backfield. Melton wanting to pass. He's got a little time. He's got a man here to the near side. It's Gee Pollard. Pollard goes up, and there's going to be flags on the play. West Alabama fans are happy about that one as Pollard went up to try to bring it down, and in coverage for Tuskegee was Antonio Keenan Jr., and I'm sure they'll get either Keenan.
It was Keenan. He had his back to the ball. And just when Pollard actually tried to come back to the football and Keenan reached out and sort of grabbed him as he did. So he's going to be guilty of the penalty. What struck me, though, Tuskegee's not even in prevent. They're just playing regular 4-3 defense, 4-2 defense with 5 defensive backs, but it's not really a prevent.
First down and 10 from the 35. 28 seconds remain here in the contest. West Alabama down by 3. 4 wide receivers. Melton wants to throw. He's going to get pressure, and he's going to have to step up into the pocket. He'll hit Dalton Bailey to the far side. He'll pick up 3 yards on the play, and he steps out at the 39-yard line.
Realistically, 22 seconds left. Do they have 2 plays or 3 just to get in field goal range?
3 wide receiver set. We'll call it 4 wide receivers. As Melton drops back, he surveys the scene. He throws across the middle. He's got John Hilbert in and out of the hands of Hilbert. And that one falls incomplete. 18 ticks of the clock left as Hilbert had it in the hands across midfield but wasn't able to pull it down.
The wobbly pass, but still obviously one that Hilbert needed to catch.
5 wide receivers. Melton steps back with some time. He's going to go downfield. He's got Gee Pollard, had a step on his man, but overthrown, and that'll bring up 4th down. 12 ticks of the clock left, so I guess we're going to see what all we got here with the 12 seconds as we've got a Golden Tiger slow to get up. He's down at the 30-yard line as their athletic training staff will come check on him.
Well, forget the 4th down. If they don't get the ball this play, with 12 ticks on the clock, the play has to get down at least to the 35 to even have a chance, right? It's got to go 20 yards or 20, about a little over 20 yards to give themselves a chance at a field goal. And that is even if you're able to line up fast enough to spike the ball after he's tackled, if you don't get out of bounds. So it's 4th down 6, but, you're really faced with a situation where you've got to get the ball inside the 35 or else.
4th down and 6, West Alabama from their own 39-yard line. 4 wide receivers. Demetrius Battle in the backfield. Melton wants to pass. He's going to hit Dalton Bailey across the middle. He's got a 45. He's going to be walked out, pushed out at the 48-yard line. Saves himself a little bit of time on the clock. He gets the first down.
And now you have Hail Mary is the only play you can run, isn't it?
Everybody who is proficient at catching the football, let's get them out there. 4 wide receivers. Melton with 6 ticks of the clock left. Gee Pollard here to the near side. Melton wants to throw. He's got time. It'll be across the middle to John Hilbert. That one will fall incomplete, and I think we'll have at least 1, maybe 2 ticks of the clock left as he was going to go across the middle. I'm not quite sure I understood that one.
If he had caught it, the game would have been over.
Yeah, guys, I don't think that they would have been able to get there and, spike it to get the clock arrested. So it'll be Owen Harper, among others, in. Melton back to throw. Melton's going to step into one. He's looking to go far side. Up is Dalton Bailey, and he gets mauled.
It's intercepted.
And that one is going to be intercepted by Tuskegee.
Make no mistake, this is a huge upset. Coach Ruffin on the far side just got an ice bath. This is a tremendous upset by Tuskegee and just stunned here on the West Alabama sidelines.
Coach Ruffin's first win at Tuskegee as they improve to 1-2 on the year. West Alabama will fall to 2-1 as we get ready to host West Georgia in Gulf South Conference action next week, and an afternoon where West Alabama was only able to muster 230 yards of total offense. That's 207 in the air, 23 on the ground. Tuskegee, 308 yards total, 152 in the air, 156 on the ground, and just a very unhappy final here as West Alabama was not able to get things clicking in front of the home crowd here offensively. I'm scanning the crowd, and he's at about the 32. Rob,
I found him. I want to see if he.
A good crowd here at Tiger Stadium.
I've got Coach G here. Obviously disappointing loss, Coach, but I mean it doesn't change your goals for the season, I know.
No, it's just we weren't focused. We couldn't get it done. We got to get better.
Offensively, Coach, they're able to shut you out. What were they doing defensively to sort of stymie you?
Playing harder than we were.
There you. Well, Coach, I appreciate your time, and I know that this week is getting ready for West Georgia coming in here.
Yep, we'll get it right.
All right, Coach. Coach Brett Gilliland.
That was Coach Brett Gilliland. We'll keep it right here. We'll go over some of the stats for this afternoon. We'll kind of preview what we got coming up next week. But West Alabama on the afternoon, 230 yards of total offense, 207 in the air, only 23 on the ground. Tucker Melton, 18 of 44 for 207 and a touchdown. Demetrius Battle, 8 carries for 26 yards. Bry Webb, 4 carries for 10 yards. Antonio Brown had 2 carries for 2 yards. And West Alabama got 8 different receivers into the mix this afternoon. Dalton Bailey and Caleb Bass, each with 4 catches. John Hilbert had 3 catches for 45, somebody we couldn't get involved in the second half at all. Gee Pollard, 2 catches for 38. 8-Ball had 2 catches for 22. And then Harper, Brown, and Webb each had a catch of their own. Defensively for West Alabama, we'll click over there. Michael Anderson, no surprise there. He led all Tigers in total tackles. He had 13, including a sack and 3.5 tackles for a loss. Lamar Gray, 7 tackles. D. Mays got 6. Shadarian Archie and T.J. Newell each added 5. And then you had the likes of Bishop Bro, Shamar Lewis, and company getting in there to get things done defensively. But this was an afternoon that West Alabama came out. They had the opportunities early on, and it was just kind of back and forth in the first half. We go in at halftime, score 10-10. No score there in the third quarter by either team, and West Alabama was not able to keep Tuskegee off the board there in the fourth quarter. They were able to get one through. So the scoring plays for West Alabama, let's see if we can find that here. Recap. Arns Hussick, 10:57, hit the 42-yard field goal there in the first quarter, gave Tuskegee the 3-0 lead. Gabe Dunkle answered with a 26-yarder at the 7:12 mark, tied it up at 3. Then you had Melton with a 16-yard hookup to John Hilbert, gave West Alabama the 10-3 lead when Dunkle was able to put it through the uprights. There in the second quarter with 50 seconds remaining in the first half, Williams, the 11-yard hookup to Petty. That tied the score at 10, and then the final straw for Tuskegee, Arns with a 29-yard field goal with 5:38 remaining, and West Alabama in those last 5:38 just not able to to get anything going. And, Rob, just a very somber and unhappy final here in Tiger Stadium.
A lot of stunned silence out here. You're going to have games like this where you struggle to sort of find something to hang your hat on, and Tigers certainly had one of those today. We've seen teams all over America have days like this, right? Already in this 3 weeks into the season, but yet you still, despite things maybe seemingly going against you, you've got to find a way to win the game. And the Tigers are just simply unable to do that today. And defensively, both defensively and offensively, put up a good enough fight. I mean, if you told me we were going to hold Tuskegee to 13 points today, I said we would have won pretty easily.
That's right.
So, but offensively, not being able to score in the second half is concerning. And then, when you had an opportunity at the end of the first half, maybe to even get points on the board, and you look back on that and think, well, could we have made 10 more yards and gotten ourselves in field goal position? Actually, we had a field goal that, was sort of rushed and pulled and missed, and because it was a 51-yard field goal.
That's right.
You can't blame him for trying to kick the ball hard and sort of missing it a little bit. It happens. Tuskegee had a missed field goal also. So, but, my point is we had opportunities to do more earlier in the game than at the end. And then at the end, we never did figure out a way to get the ball downfield enough to at least get a field goal opportunity, and that's got to be disappointing obviously it's disappointing for the fans and us up here, but it's got to be very disappointing for the coaches and players because, they know, only they can gauge what preparation they put into this game, where their mindset was in this game. Was it thinking about West Georgia, or were you really thinking about Tuskegee? I can promise you this. Tuskegee was thinking about West Alabama.
No doubt.
They weren't looking ahead. I don't know who they have. Well, I can tell you who they have next week. Allen University. They were thinking about West Alabama. West Alabama knowing West Georgia's coming to town next week. Who knows? That could have been the case, but that's what you call an excuse. But in the end, it goes down as a loss for West Alabama because you just didn't find a way to put points on the board, and that's what ultimately what people remember.
Yeah, it's a tough loss, and another staggering statistic: time of possession, 41-39 for Tuskegee. 18-21 for West Alabama. So that West Alabama defense was out there a really long time this afternoon on the first time that we've played the early afternoon game. We'll be here next week versus West Georgia, 2:00 start. We'd love to have you come out, and I'd like to take the opportunity. Wayne Grant back in the station. Appreciate everything that he's able to do. Rob, as always, it's a pleasure working with you. Unhappy final here, but closing thoughts before we start trying to wrap our heads around how we're going to tackle West Georgia.
My closing thought is that this game turned out to be on the scale of a disaster. But this game doesn't have to define this season either, because there's a lot of football left to play and against some really good teams. And the Tigers bounces back and can win against West Georgia here. It's a team we beat last year. And you can bounce back and win next week here. Your goals are still in front of you. So, that there's some people maybe they got to get their heads right or whatever they've got to do. But you got a week to sort of understand that that's football and you strap them back on and get back to practice and prepare for the next opponent. And so they've got an opportunity to do that.
Well, I have no doubt they'll prepare this week. The unhappy final here in Livingston, 13-10 for Rob Pearson. My name's Will Atkinson. Thank you for joining us on Sly 104.9. Good afternoon, and go Tigers.